What's up, everybody? We are live, episode 4 of Going Live with the MC. Today, we have two dope ass artists that's tuning in today. First up, we got Shiggy, I've been Shiggy, and we got the homie Just Cauz. Um, so, just to recap, we've interviewed Nate the Great, we've interviewed Poison with the Vibes, Brandom Thoughts, Jordan Music, and Alex the Kid. All of these people had very interesting perspectives on where they stand in the music industry and how they, intend on moving forward. Um, what I've learned with doing these interviews is that it is important to have these connections with certain people and to build these relationships. That way you can further understand the artist that you are dealing with. Now, because I'm doing interviews, it matters more, but it doesn't mean that it matters even more than building a relationship, if that makes any sense. Um, I've learned that there are different ways to approach your goals. There's different ways to promote yourself. There's different ways to express yourself through the art that you are creating. So this artist that we have today, I've been Shiggy. He's definitely an artist who finds different ways to promote himself, to make himself known, to captivate not just his audience but other people who may be watching and don't really understand how to get started. Um, so I'm going to welcome my first guest on the show. I've been Shiggy. Let's see if we can get him tuned in right now. Accept. I don't know what's going on with my life. I've been dealing with some issues to where I can't really see people. I don't understand what's that about. Um, but today it seems to be working fine.
Oh,
I've got my guy Shiggy in the building. What's up, brother?
not much, not much.
We're off. I have my headphones on. My fault. Um, what up, Spider Monkey? Thanks for tuning in. So Shiggy, um, you are fresh off of releasing, if I'm not mistaken, you have two singles out that you just released recently.
Facts. I just released Stepping with video, and I released.
Okay, that's dope. Um, so to jump straight into it, what inspired your record Stepping On? Like I've listened to it and I like the energy that you bring on it and your lyrics. You just kind of like you're like expressing in a sense what it's like to I guess be growing in the game and like to be earning like a certain level of praise and to not necessarily shit on niggas, but you're stepping on them. You get what I'm saying? Like you're saying like, okay, if you're not moving how I'm moving, I'm stepping on you, kind of thing. And I like that. So talk about the creation of that song. How did you even come about
I,
that?
I basically like a lot of my new tracks I try to based on my old tracks. I went outside and I'll have my own thoughts. Sometimes perform it at a certain time.
Hmm.
I'll have certain days feel better, feel certain. But I realize as you go, on, you gotta do what you do. No matter where you go, you gotta do what you do. You never know who's watching.
Hmm.
Get me? And I look at everything that I do as progression.
Dope,
So when I'm
dope, dope.
doing, you feel me? I'm really talking about when I come out to these shows, when I do my music, I'm literally doing it a smarter way. A lot of people actually rock music, and that's
Hmm.
it. You get what
That's
I'm saying?
facts. That's
I'm,
facts.
I'm trying to build a relationship. I'll go to shows. I won't have no feelings at all. Come out with at least five.
That's dope. And I like that you said that because I'm definitely the same exact way. And so that's going to segue into the next question. How how hard or how easy was it for you to get to that mindset? Because I know a lot of us artists, uh, specifically speaking, we don't want to open a show or close a show because we don't have that support from the crowd, so to speak. So how hard or easy was it for you to adapt that mindset to just walk into a venue and just perform whoever's there? Like it doesn't matter.
To be honest, when I first started performing, it was like artist showcase. There used to be a whole bunch of people there, so sometimes I want to perform first just to
Mm,
get it out.
I feel that. I feel that. Um, does a lot of this contribute to, let's just say, artists performing and leaving, so to speak?
um, a little bit towards that because I used to want to finish, and then after a certain time, people out the door. Some people got work, some people got kids, so you can't even close all the time. You really want to get your
Hmm.
game out.
Okay. So let's just say, because I've been in this situation before, let's just say you go to a show, right? And there's only, like, let's say 10 people throughout the entire duration of the show. How do you handle that?
You perform like this 50. What do you mean? You perform the same way regardless of how you perform. This is music.
That's a fact.
I perform the
And
same way I perform to the camera when it's just shooting music videos with me, the cameraman, and the speaker.
and I like that. See, I like that you said that. Hold on. Is it kind of like dark on my side, or you can see me good? Because I can turn on the light behind me
No,
type shit. All right, cool. Um, I like that you said that because ultimately, that's exactly what it is. It's almost like you're shooting a music video every single time that you perform. That's how I see it, honestly. And it's like sometimes I do get it though, because there are times where I'm out in public and I'm shooting a video and I kind of don't really like people staring at me in a sense, and it's like I want you to watch what I'm doing, but I don't want you to stare at me in like a manner of you're confused as to what's going on. To get what I'm saying? I kind of want you to like walk by and appreciate what's going on rather than to be like, what the fuck is this nigga doing with a camera? Like, that kind of thing. Because I know we all get those kind of looks, like people
yeah.
stare at us and it's like, yeah. So it's like sometimes it becomes a little awkward, but I understand that. Um, so still sticking on the music side, what inspired you to even start making music? Like, what was the light bulb in your head that was like, you know what, I can do this?
Oh well, I'm not gonna lie to you. There was no real life when I first started. It was just me, a group of my friends. They were already making music. I was around them every day, so I gave it a try one day. I liked how I sound, and I just kept going from there. From there, I got more lyrical. I already had a sound.
That's dope. So I've realized a lot of artists don't have a sound, or they're trying to discover the sound through making different types of music. I myself, I'm not going to say I'd never had a sound, but I've been trying to perfect my sound over the years, in a sense. I guess trying to figure out who actually rocks with me, you know.
Mhm.
So would you say that a lot of that having a sound and continuing to do music came from you understanding the market that you stand in, like where the people were going to be um, to connect that? I saw like a post, and the guy was basically saying how we don't engage the markets that we enter. So, like, let's say, for example, your music is like a cross between hip hop and drill. It's a little more towards the hip hop side, but it
But
shows the balance of drill. You know what I'm saying? And did you understand that market before you stepped into it, or you just stepped in and was like, yeah, this is where I'm gonna live at?
oh no, I understood it into it because I was rapping on rap beat or whatever. But for some reason, when I did my first sample, and it was more energetic because I rap fast, it kind of went along with a little better. And when I performed it, I got a great reaction. I going from there.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Um, excuse me. So, not only just with music, but you got to keep up with this same thing through doing business. And in terms of business, not only are you an artist, but you're an entrepreneur. So you do a multitude of different things. Um, Payne says you have a major echo when you speak. Um,
Echo.
I don't hear the echo, so I don't know, but he hears it. Um, but you also have a clothing line, and you also put together events of your own. So in the sense of music, how hard or easy is it for you to find the market, like to not exactly toss away the music, but to also combine it with your entrepreneurial lanes?
Well, I try to make it like most of my music instead of it like fitting
Okay. Uh,
earlier. I just got the LLC. So everything is going to be coming through the LLC and not. So
so you have an LLC.
huh?
You have an LLC.
Yes, I have an LLC.
Fire. So for those that don't know what an LLC is, do you care to explain and how that works?
Okay, basically, everybody do their information. For me, since I do music and I also want to make merch, make money multiple ways, got an
Hmm.
LLC funds everything put together. Nothing is in my name. Business. I could hire people. To, I could sign some. If I want to, I could write YouTube.
Is it expensive to get an LLC?
um, more or less depends on the person.
Okay. Uh, the person
Because
being the business or the person
I
being the consumer?
mean,
Sorry?
I said I have a preference because I do me.
That's interesting. That's dope.
So
Um,
I, I basically talk to people, get information. If I can't understand anything, then I'll go speak with somebody who knows a little bit more than me. But besides that, I try to keep everything.
that's dope. Are you a part of YouTube University? Like, has there been any part of anything that you know now that you've learned from like let's not even just YouTube specifically, but let's just say TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, or anything like that? Has there been any part of what you know today that has like you can credit towards what you've learned elsewhere? Like aside from like I guess directly dealing with people, like you said, you talk to people that know the game. Is there anything that you have learned outside of talking to people directly?
Yes. Um, what is the guy's name? Wavy Wave.
I think I know who that is. Okay.
Yeah,
He breaks down a lot of business terms and stuff.
I was on his page a lot, basically learning how to mix.
Okay.
Yes. So that saved me a lot of time. I saved a lot of time and money when it comes to free write or do anything. As soon as I could just come and sit down in a comfortable place. I do it.
So you record, mix, and master engineer your own self, or is that just like a small flex? Like you're diving into that lane. Hold on tight, guys. We're just dealing with a little connection issue. It's all good. He'll be back in. You're going in and out a little
Me
bit.
and my
I'm
phone,
kind
man. I
of
started making my own music. I didn't want to spend so just to record my track.
yeah, my bad, bro. You're going a little in and out on my end. I don't know. Hold on. Give us a second, guys. We're just trying to figure out this connection issue. Oh, I think he timed out. His connection timed out. Uh, let me see if I can get him back in here. Let me see. I just invited him back to the live. Shout out to all of you that are tuning into the live. I appreciate y'all 100%. Yo, Payne, I appreciate you, bro. You've been tuning in for the last couple episodes, so thank you for your support, brother. Um, Still got to get you on the show. You feel me? But thank you for always supporting and checking me out type shit. You know, I'm still growing, so thank you for that. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. I sent him a request, so I guess I'm just waiting for him to. Oh, there he goes. All right, cool. He's back in the building. What's good, bro? My fault. Little connection issue.
Nah, yeah, fact. Video.
Uh, so I was asking, how much does what you know contribute to what you do now, or I guess the origin of your research? And you were explaining that I didn't catch all of it, but I know you mentioned something about you and your dad.
Yes, my dad basically got into my music because he used to engineer. He used to basically use analog and everything. So I had to him the gist of the Pro Tools, the plugins, and everything. Once he got that, he started teaching me.
That's fire. That's fire. Keep it in the generation, keep it in the family, teach the people that you know closely. I think that's a beautiful strategy. Um, so here comes the infamous question. How did we meet? Do you remember?
To be honest, I pulled up to a show. I was high. I don't think I noticed you until you started performing.
I feel that. I feel that.
Word, all I heard was get high, get high.
But what stuck to me from that was that you're also from Far Rockaway. So I'm not exactly from Far Rock. I just grew up there for like a very long time. I've lived out there since I was like 12 years old. So I wanted to like maybe 15 years, 16 years I've been out there. And you quoted Redfern. So the only thing that I can really associate myself with Redfern is working at the PAL Center where I was working with the kids.
Okay. Basically, I'm from Mount Avenue, so
Yeah, so
I live close to like Academy. If people don't
I-
know, Village Academy is out free now.
nah, most likely. And what I'm realizing is that sorry, I hope I didn't cut you off.
No.
Oh, yeah, the connection is still a little iffy. So I hear you talking, but your lips ain't moving. Right? So, um, but what I'm realizing now is that I'm meeting a lot of artists from Far Rock who I don't exactly remember interacting with in Far Rock, but I'm meeting you guys at shows. And some of you guys, like yourself included, are reminding me that I low key should have kind of like paid attention to people. You know what I'm saying? So in Far Rock, I can attest to that. I never wanted to be there. You know, like I only moved out there because I didn't have a choice. Like my parents, moved out there, my mom and her boyfriend, so it wasn't like if I could choose to stay in Brooklyn, because I was born in Coney Island, if I could choose to stay in Brooklyn, I would have, and I think that's just ultimately like a territorial thing. It's like if you were born in Brooklyn, you want to be in Brooklyn when you were born. If you're from Far Rock, you want to be in Far Rock, or so to speak. And when I was going to like let's just say high school. So we moved around a lot between public school and well, junior high school I didn't really move around too much. Like after I left, I was living in Southside Jamaica when I went to middle school when I first graduated from elementary. And I served not even a whole year. I didn't even finish my freshman year. And I went to MS 223, basically in Southside Jamaica. I don't know what it's called now, but it was 223 at the time. But then when I moved to Rockaway, I went to 198, which is now known as 333, and then I transferred. I had a safety transfer to IS 53, which is now Village Academy, and what two? If they what I forgot what else they called, but it's a whole nother school in there.
MS degree is like two schools in one building.
Right, right. Right. So like I always got teased for being from Far Rock, no matter how much that I proclaimed that I was from Brooklyn, and like people didn't care because it was like they met me and I hopped on the 113 to go to Far Rock, so they didn't care about nothing else I was saying. Like they
You
didn't care
know,
about none of that.
You wanna know something funny, bro? It's the complete opposite of me. I was born in Kings County. I lived out here in Far Rockaway since I was 5. Nothing but Far
Mm.
Rockaway. So I have, you feel me? So when I started going to high school in Jamaica, Queens, I used to get teased from being from Far Rock. That only made me embrace it even more.
Right,
Like,
right, right. Nah, you're right about that. I think it took me a while, like even after my school years, to like fully embrace like, you know what, Far Rock isn't really a bad place to rep because not for nothing, you have a lot of legends that came from this place, whether they're doing music, fashion, entertainment, or any of that. There's a lot of like hidden people, from Far Rock, but you would never know that until they say it, you know. And a lot of times the only people that we really know that were associated with Far Rock is Stack Bundles, Chinks Drugs, and who else? There was another artist. He's further up in the game. I forgot his name. I'm gonna get back to you on that one. But there's a lot of hidden artists who don't really, promote where they're from. But like once we figure it out, it's kind of like, oh
oh,
shit, and
look,
it's not.
I got a list of names, bro.
Go for it. Tell me, because there's
Dang,
some people I might even miss.
you said you might even miss?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that I probably
Like,
haven't even thought of or don't even know of. Okay. We dealing with another connection issue.
Maya Kensel's from out here. What's his name? Nate the Great's from out here.
I
Went
see
to
you now.
school with him.
You're moving now. You're
Um,
talking now. I hear you. I'm thinking it's me because I only got
moving that.
Wi-Fi. I
I'm
turned
over
off my
here
mobile data.
now. Alright. Nah, but yeah, it's a lot of artists out there. They don't jack the hub, but
Right.
there's a lot of people from out here.
So, would you say that a lot of people don't rep Far Rock because of, I guess, the bad name that it has? Like, first off, Far Rock is known as a six borough. That's been going on for years. And then, obviously, it has the word far in front of Rockaway. So anytime we like invite people over there, they're like, oh, that's far. So do you think a lot of that comes from, I guess, the negative attention that Far Rock gets?
I think it goes. I think it goes both ways. I think it goes for like school times. School times. A lot of people did a lot of their first traveling in school times. And there was a lot of people who
Yeah,
used to
that's
Far
facts.
Rock, go to school in Far Rockaway, and there was a lot of people in Far Rockaway who used to go outside of Far Rockaway.
Hmm.
And either way,
And you're right
it
about
wasn't avoided
that. I went
rain.
to Springfield High School in Jamaica, Jamaica, Queens. And
And Far Rockaway never
nah,
told
that's
me.
facts. That is facts. Um, so I want to dive back into your entrepreneurial
It's
roots.
only
You have a brand called
100
Spice Me
blocks.
In.
Never seen you before.
My fault. You just said something that I didn't catch. Well, it was about the Far Rock thing, about 100 people that don't
Nah, I
know
ain't
you.
say
Well,
nothing.
I'm dealing with connection issues, so you kind of like just timed back in and whatever you were saying before just went live type shit. But you were saying something about 100 people don't know you.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, no. I said it's 100 block. I said it's 100 blocks in the neighborhood.
Okay,
So
no, no, no,
most
you're right about that,
everybody
100%.
in the neighborhood knows each other.
That's a fact. That's a huge fact. And one thing I want to say about Far Rock is that there's a lot of back blocks. So, like, if we didn't want to walk the front way, we walk the back way. And I thought that was
Facts.
pretty interesting because, like, you run into different characters no matter which way you take. If you take the front blocks wherever you're going, you run into maybe let's just say the hood niggas, the main prominent motherfuckers. The people that really, I guess, try to push their presence or their level of threat onto you. And then, like, let's say you take the back blocks and you coming across motherfuckers who, like, not necessarily want to be known, but they're letting it be known that they exist still in a sense. And I think that's pretty interesting. At least where I was living at. I lived in the 40s when I first moved to Far Rock, and then I went to the bungalows, and then I moved to Hamels. So I bounced around Far Rock over the years. So that's how I was able to, like, I guess, understand like back blocks and even me, like when I first moved to Far Rock, I used to get jumped a lot, and it was mostly
But that
because nobody didn't know
I
me.
don't know what that's about, but that's a regular.
Well, I mean, for me not being from there, that's something that I observed that was kind of like, I guess, it gave Far Rock its identity, like having back blocks and the forefronts kind of thing, so to speak. Um, but what I was getting into was that I wanted to get back into your entrepreneurial roots. You have a brand called Spice Me In. Tell me how that came to fruition.
Okay, that came about because I first started off with the tag. I have a logo that I had somebody to make one, like I think it was like about 7 years ago. I didn't
Okay,
do anything with it. I really just turned the drawing into a logo, just to,
right.
just to post on my YouTube video and stuff. And then I started putting it on. When I started putting it on clothes, I started seeing money come in. But as I started doing my music with the clothes, it was hard to like do two and keep it separate. So I branded
Mm.
my music itself. So
I'm
I
not
could.
gonna lie, that's something I do struggle with.
So like every single time I would drop, I drop some merch now.
Mm. And
So
I noticed that
it'd be,
about you. So you
so it'd
recently
be
just
more than
dropped some hoodies.
one income. I get paid. I will get paid for performing. I'll get paid for streaming. I'll get paid for merch. Merch money comes faster. Streaming money takes 3 months. BMI money take damn near a year.
Yep, that's facts.
So that's one of the easiest way for me to hustle as I make my music and to promote my clothing itself. Because even as a kid, I felt like everybody should have their own.
Mm.
I feel like everybody should have their own identity. We were allowed to wear clothes. I don't
I
understand why people are trying to dress like each other.
I agree with you 100% because maybe not in the sense of clothing, but I always felt like we shouldn't have to compromise ourselves to work for other people when we can do what they're doing for us, we can do for ourselves. Um, so I've always felt like, I can be my own boss. I can create my own brand. I can promote my own self. I don't need to work for a Hollister or a H&M or, Victoria's Secret or whatever brand you want to, place behind it. I don't have to do that to make myself a prominent figure. And you're basically a front runner for that with your Spice Me In brand because every time I see you, you're not wearing anything else other than Spice Me In, and I think that's important. Like when people figure out that they have the power to make themselves heard through whatever avenue they're walking down. Um, so how long ago did you create Spice Me In?
I created Space Me in about, what, 5 years ago.
Okay.
About a year and a
And
half after the bag.
where did the name come from? Like, were you like a chef or something of some sort, or did
Oh
you just
no,
feel like,
that's like a saying. Our lingo with spice. Everything we say is spice. So something
dope,
could be
dope,
going down,
dope.
something that could be lit, and we go, yo, it's spicy over here. Something could be going,
That's fire.
they they moving crazy. Like that's spice. Like feel me? Like
I feel
spicy.
that's dope.
It's like a verb.
That's dope. That's dope. So where did the logo come from? Because I know it's like a S with a wine glass. I like wine. Look what I'm drinking right now, wine. But
Mm.
I like how you created that. So I want to know how that came about because there you go right there, the S with the glass. No, I got two shirts, bro. I got two shirts from you right now in my shit. So I got to get some more shit from you, by the way. I really fuck with the brand, and I want to help you push that. Not even if you don't need my help, but I just like the brand, so I want to like get behind it type shit. Um,
Basically, I wanted to make something a little bit more unisex, like logo
mhm,
wise. Some people feel like some styles are more aggressive than others. So
right.
I took the S. My name is BinShiggy for people who don't know. My name is Shiloh Barrett. Is in my bio also. So SB is
Hmm.
consistent. So I always love drawing my S's. So I took the S and basically stuck the wine glass at the bottom. Spice juice.
Mm, fire.
come in different flavors.
That's interesting. I didn't think of that. But this is why you're a genius, bro. This is why you're a genius. And I like that. Um, so what are your I can what are your like I guess aspirations for the brand? Do you see yourself doing like let's just say fashion shows, or do you just strictly credit it to just having merch for the music or any other avenue that you're doing?
I would love to do a fashion show, but like more of a collaboration.
Okay. And
So we can
who would
so
you collab with?
I can brand and network with other people, and also give people a chance to network. Also,
Okay. Who would you collab with?
because I realized a lot of the time, business, half business is person.
That's a fact.
Some people might support you because they mess with you and not the brand itself.
Hmm.
Some people like business people.
That's true. That's 100% true. And I think that also kind of ties into like knowing the market that we enter. And a lot of us entrepreneurs, artists, creatives, however you want to dress it up, we don't really uh, understand our markets. Or like maybe we may have an idea of the market that we're stepping into, but we don't know how to like conquer it per se.
Well,
So
I feel like some people are afraid to ask the questions that they want to ask.
that part. That part. I've realized that a lot. Like a lot of people just don't ask questions or they just don't know how to ask them because they feel like, they're coming off as intrusive or offensive or however they may see it. Um,
Mm.
but it's one thing that I preach amongst it. 'Cause remember I told you I used to work with young kids. I also have a bunch of nieces and nephews, and that's one thing that I preach to them a lot. Like, ask questions. If you don't understand something, ask. Like, you never know what you're gonna learn just by simply asking someone.
Yeah, facts. And plus, I learned that at work.
Mm. That is true. That is, yo, not for nothing. Our managers and supervisors do teach us, like, yo, if we don't know something, ask a question.
Consistent with work. If you want to say consistent at work,
Mm.
ask questions.
That's
Details is very, very,
important. Nah,
very
you're
important.
right about that. You're right about that 100%. I like that. And I ain't gonna lie, I like how you're business minded. So a lot of things you've been saying through this live and even through us just having regular conversations, you've always been business minded. You've always had like a business approach to things. So I think that's like super dope about you. And I think that's also why you would go far in life because you keep it business minded. You don't try to like cross them into each other. It's more like this is what I want to do, this is what I maybe need to do. So it's like needs and wants, you balance them out, but you ultimately come out about what you want to do,
Facts.
So no, that's really dope. And I feel like a lot of us, need to embrace that mindset. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Especially those that are obviously tuning in because of Shiggy. I appreciate y'all for supporting the brother. He's doing big things out here. So if y'all didn't know by now, this guy is definitely on the rise. And I feel like y'all should, tune in a little bit more. Not just on the live, but whatever else he's doing, I feel like y'all should definitely look into it. Um, so with business, how do you approach your consumers? Is it like excuse me, is it like I made merch, buy it now, or is it like I got this brand, I'm trying to reach this crowd. I would love for these kind of people to embrace it, and I want this audience to kind of understand where I'm going.
Okay, basically, I'm my own models. When I go to my
Hmm.
shows, I try to wear nothing but my own stuff.
Right.
So I
Which I can
basically just
attest to.
so I basically I do what I want to do genuinely, but I feed off reactions.
Mm, okay, okay, okay. And
Instead of approaching somebody and asking them, because I don't know, for some reason when you tell somebody depending on the person, when you tell somebody that you made something, I don't know.
No, I agree with you on that
it's, e-
100%.
it's it's easier to be a third party seller.
Interesting. So talk about that because a lot of people don't really know what that is. And me
Okay.
personally, it took me a while to understand what a third person seller is, but now that I'm fully aware of it, I've been tapping into it. So talk about that.
Okay, got you. Basically, I can more approach people better than just bolting out for my own stuff. You get
Hmm.
me? Because I feel like it's a little bit of pressure sometimes approaching people you don't know.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, I dressed myself, and also when I made my brand, my friend also made their brand also, and how we would get the most sales was they would have my merch, I would have theirs.
Mm. That's
Usually
dope.
we'll get usually we'll
That's
get
sick.
the other person's stuff instead of each other.
That's sick.
So being that we both had what we had, there was no money being missing.
Mm. So there was like basically an exchange of support.
Facts. Because basically I get like a box of stuff, give two free t-shirts or two free sweaters, and the same thing. So basically we'll end up all rocking each other's stuff, wearing it around the neighborhood. I'm trying to drown out all of the designer that is way too expensive.
I agree. Um, so you know what's crazy? It's funny that you said that. So when the lockdown happened, when Corona was like rampant per se, um, I never really wanted to work at McDonald's, but I ended up working at McDonald's. And this is all connecting. So working at McDonald's, I kind of ran across a lot of people that were low vibrational. They didn't see past having a job at McDonald's. And
Yeah.
so to speak, I started my edibles business while I was working at
Hmm.
McDonald's. And what I used to do is I would give samples to all my coworkers, or like say if I couldn't sell like a certain amount of edibles in a certain amount of time, I would give them away to people, to the coworkers.
Hmm.
And because I was doing that, they blew me up to the point where it was like my GM was calling me early in the morning, like, yo, bro, don't come to work with none of your shit, bro. Stop doing that shit. Like, he was literally telling me, yo, I'm gonna fire you if you bring more of your shit. And also, I had a supervisor at McDonald's who would tell me, because here's the funny shit. This is the funny shit about it. I literally lived down the block. Literally. I can't even make this up. It's a 5-minute walk from my apartment to McDonald's. Yet somehow I was always late. But I was always late. I was only late because the day before, after work, I would go to the beach and I'm selling all my shit on the beach. And then when I go home, I have to make more shit because my shit was like selling out, So I would show up late because I've been up all night. And then when I go to sleep, I wake up late, obviously, and then I show up to work. And I wasn't like I was like hours late. I think only one time I showed up 2 hours late to work, being, yo, but, um, my manager, she used to tell me like, oh, that's seasonal. Whatever you're doing is temporary. You better come to work and clock in the work so you can get you a yearly check. And I never agreed with her on that because it was like, why would you try to belittle what I'm doing as seasonal or temporary?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then granted, I'm working at McDonald's and I'm only making like $400 or $500 a week. And a lot of people might say that's a lot of money, but I was making $2,000 in a day doing my edibles in a day, bro, in a day. So I'm coming to work and I'm making my check 4 times before the week is over. So it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why am I still here? Kind of thing. So it kind of like, yes, to go back to what you were saying, it's like you understood your worth with it and you kind of like didn't really listen to what the naysayers were saying. You just said, yo, I believe in this and this is the road that I'm going to take. And you figured out how to, like you said, you've been repping your own brand elsewhere. You've been only connecting with other people who've had brands and stuff like that. So you surrounded yourself with people who were like-minded. So a segue into the next question. how do you not how do you, but what is your support system rather? What does your support system look like? Are you still around these same people who would rock your brand and you rock their brand? Or are you meeting new people who's like kind of like discovering your brand and wanting to rock it for you? Or how does that work for you?
Depending on what you're looking for, you gotta go to different avenues. So when it comes to people coming to shows,
Hmm.
I'd rather for people who's already outside than
Mm.
trying to drag somebody to come outside.
Okay, that's dope.
In terms of doing music with people, I try to do music with people that I like their energy because I have to be around you. I like a vibe. I don't like to just send an open and the open come back. I don't really like that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right. I
I
get
like
it.
more of a vibe, more genuine. I try to
Yes,
keep everything
100%.
genuine. So I do everything off of people say business is business and personal is personal, but I feel like if you can keep your business in a personal space, that's the best.
So a lot of people don't really understand that, and I agree with you on that, by the way, because it's always been a struggle for me, at least in the earlier years. I guess trying to separate personal from business. And I have a friend now, and this particular friend, he don't necessarily support the music. However, with the business, he's kind of like, yo, I know some people. He wouldn't come to a show, but he has rocked the merch that I've made.
Yes.
There's like certain levels to it, that he would support and wouldn't support. But I was taking it personal because it's like, bro, if you're going to support this business, why not support the music? If you're going to, wear the merch, why not come to a show? That kind of thing. And it was hard for me to like really separate that you will have people who have the intention to big you up. They just won't jump into the lanes that you want them to jump into.
Facts.
Right. So, I like that you said that. You mostly go for the vibe. It's more like a direct in-person kind of thing, and you go for the people that are outside. And by outside, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're literally outside, but they're doing a lot of things to draw in attention to themselves and direct traction to what they're doing. And and I think cross promotion is also a very interesting tool that we don't talk about a lot. Um, so I'm trying to figure out how to ask the next question, referring cross promotion. I mean, you've already touched on most of it, rather, but how can I ask this? Let me think for a second. Um, do you give me a second? Hold on, give me a second. But I don't know how I'm trying to ask this, but do you feel like at times there is like pressure to cross promote? I guess that's what I'm really trying to get at. Like, do you feel like there might be a pressure to, I guess, let's just say you just drop some new Spice Me and hoodies. If
Mhm.
I were to tell you right now that I got some Team Reef merch and I want you to rock that merch, do you feel like it would be easy to promote both brands at once, or would you feel
Yep.
like you have to focus on a specific part of it first?
No, I feel like you can do multiple things. You can do multiple things as long as you're consistent with it.
Okay.
That's all I feel like. I feel like if you're not consistent, it's better to focus on one thing at a time.
Mm,
But if
that's it.
it's a shirt or sweater I can just throw on, you understand what I'm trying to say? That's something that you could consistently do without thinking too much about it.
But you can
Tell
promote
people you
your
got
music and my shit.
without thinking too much about it.
You can promote your shit and my shit though.
Yeah.
That's dope. So is that like an easy thing for you, or is it like I guess like you have to plan it out, or
Nah, it's no plan. It's a regular thing. Like for instance, man, it's closed, man. How much times do you change for the day? Like
that's interesting. That's interesting. I like that. I like how you put that. And I think that's a very.
Videos is here. Ain't no hard way to do it anymore.
I feel that. I agree with you on that. And even today, I'm not gonna lie, I struggle, and I say struggle loosely because, it is, I'd rather say challenge rather than struggle. But there is a challenge with me to cross promote. And, at times, I've tried to cross promote the edibles with the music. I've tried to rock which I have. I've tried to rock a Spice Me In shirt at my own shows. On tour in London, actually, if you go back to my old Instagram account, right, and you look at the videos of me on tour, I'm wearing other people's brands while I'm on
Yeah,
tour. So I was
fact.
rocking your shirts. I was rocking my homeboy. He got like these jumper jackets. I got some hoodies. Basically, I was just buying mad people brands and shit like that, and just like kind of like promoting it. And I was overseas at the time as well too. So it's like a lot of people were asking me like, "Yo, where'd you get that jacket? Where'd you get that shirt? Where'd you get that hoodie?" And it would, for me, it was easy to say, "Yo, I got this from Spice Me In. Yo, follow my guy, I've been Shiggy." But effectively cross promotion, like having people actually be like, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna hit up Shiggy and get me a Spice Me In shirt," kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard for me to do. Getting
Yeah.
people to directly rock with what I was rocking with in the moment, kind of thing. Uh, so yeah, that's why I asked you if it was like easy or hard to do. But I think we all have different lanes for that. And I think also again that ties into being business savvy when you know how to like talk to people and approach certain situations. So to segue into the next thing, do you have like a specific pitch when you try to reach out with your brand, or is it kind of like just you said you go with the vibes, but how much of it is going with the vibes and having a business pitch to get people drawn in?
Okay, basically, I'm the type of person. I'm not gonna be 100% mouthy when I first meet you. I'm gonna observe you and see your movements, your actions, what kind of person you are, what you like. I'm gonna look at the way you're dressed and everything. This is why I have a variety. Like I'm dropping bombers next month.
Ooh, Bahamas.
Yes,
Okay.
like I wanna go through. For instance, even with the sweaters, like I have crop top sweaters that I want to start promoting now. I want to make things more like have more of a variety of stuff and
Okay. I like that. So, do you see like I haven't seen it from you, so that's why I'm asking. Do you feel like, and this kind of goes back to our fashion show question, do you feel like you should incorporate other people in it? Like say people that tie into what you're doing?
yeah.
Like
Uh,
maybe not
I'm
directly.
actually in the works of doing it right now.
So you have like, let's just say, for example, there's this site, and I haven't told much people about it. Some people actually do know about it. If they're like in an independent game, then they most likely know about it. But there's a website called Indie Amplify. It's basically a website created by individual artists for, not individual, but independent artists for independent artists. And on the website, they had like different shit. So when I signed up for it, I signed up as a songwriter. So people reached out to me to write songs for them.
Hmm.
But there's also different levels of it. So there's people who do specifically content creation or band promotion or just producing, just engineering, just, like there's different
Yeah.
levels to it. So do you sometimes feel like you need to branch out to like let's just say brand ambassadors or models specifically that model clothing, or let's just say
I mean, yeah.
someone.
I feel like that's the perfect thing to do.
Okay,
Because
okay,
if you want to reach out to more than just the people that you know, you need to reach out to somebody else with a different crowd of people.
that's facts.
Like for instance, you could post your song 20, 30 times for the day. You still come out with the same outcome, depending on how much followers or viewers you have. But once the
Right.
shares and the post and the comments come in, and then it's reaching out to other people. Because once you get a share on Instagram, it's sharing out to a whole third party of people. Now it's shared to
Mm,
people you're not even following. Now people are gonna see your stuff that's not even following you.
mm,
So it's
interesting.
even sometimes that's even better than advertisement to where you're targeting people.
Mm, yes,
Some
target audience.
people like to stick with what they know.
That's interesting, and I like that you said that because that's something that I've been realizing over the years. And before I went on live, I was actually having a conversation with my boy, the same one that I told you would rock my shirt, but wouldn't come to a show. Like we have a lot of interesting conversations, and this
Mhm.
is why, personally, I can still consider him a friend. I don't really get too emotional about why you don't support my music and shit like that. But he provides a lot of insight on certain shit, and the conversation we were having is why do we think the music industry is the way that it is now? Like, say, for example, we're promoting Sexy Red, but Nas just dropped 5 albums in the course of 3 years and no one talks about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, uh, I guess, directly finding people that connect with what you're doing. Not only that, but having an impact in what you're doing. So a lot of people wouldn't see wearing a shirt as creating an impact or highlighting a wave that's currently going on. Obviously, if it was like Balmain or fucking Gucci or something, everyone's behind the wave.
But
But
if they see their other favorite artists wearing the shirt, then it might mean something.
nah, you're 100% right about that. You're so right about that. But I think that's ultimately, yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at. Just I guess learning how to uh, make your brand more important or just seem like it matters just as much as what other people deem as important, which isn't really like, because if you look at it now, let's talk about fashion. Kanye West made it acceptable to wear homeless clothes. Like, so when you come out with a shirt that doesn't have holes in it, it has a logo on it, and it's like a not so popular person promoting it, a lot of people wouldn't really see the value in it. But if it's someone with like such a high status like Kanye, and he throws on fucking clothes with holes in it, his sneakers don't even got no laces, like it don't even have no foundation. Like the Yeezys were like the only the 350s, and I think there was a pair before that that came out that were like the only pair of shoes that he's produced that got laces. But everything else is just more like you just put your foot in it kind of thing. So a lot of people are more going for the easy way to be like, yo, let me just slide my foot in this shit kind of thing. Yeah, what up, GFB? Um, so how do you differentiate yourself? I guess like not following trends, but remaining true to your purpose.
I basically go off what I like. I start off everything off me. If I don't like it, I can't do it.
So I like see, I ain't gonna lie, man. You hitting on a lot of shit. So, okay, would you say that that's like playing too deep into your own mind, aka overreact? I'm sorry, overthinking, not overreacting, but overthinking. Do you feel like you're overthinking too much when you approach it like that?
No, I feel like you overthink it when you second guess your choices multiple times. Like
Okay,
if it's not just something that pops into your head and you're like, oh yeah, let me go with this. And then why are you doing it?
okay. But I mean, you kind of like, I guess, low key contradicted that because you said if you don't go with it. Cause so I could play devil's advocate in a sense. I can ask if you don't like something, is it fair to say that I won't like it?
No,
Hey, what's up,
not
Peyton?
really.
Shout out to Peyton. I don't know if she does it anymore, but when I was in London doing shows, she puts together her own shows in London. Um, yeah, so if you ever wanted to like tap out and go overseas and stuff, you could reach out to her. Maybe she might have some connections and stuff. But yeah, back to that. Uh, is it? It's not really overthinking per se. but it's kind of like, I guess, just second guessing, so to speak. Like you don't really know what other people would like, but you don't also want to create something that just because people like it, you're jumping on the wave kind of thing.
Exactly. I'm not gonna have the same passion for it. Like if I was somebody who just made t-shirts and I just wanted to just get the t-shirts out of here, I could have bought the thinnest, cheapest pair of t-shirts, make the most out of it, sell it for the most I could sell it for, and that would have been it. But I'm actually worried about the quality. I want it to last. I want to sell you a t-shirt. If I could sell you a t-shirt one time, I could have you for 8 years because my shirt is gonna last. You get what I'm trying to say?
Nah, you're right
I'm
about that. And I can
not
attest,
worried
bro,
about
because
longevity. I'm not just worried about the longevity. I'm not worried about I don't want to say I'm not worried about the money, but I'm worried about people actually liking my stuff. Because if somebody buys
mm,
one, likes it, they tend to come back and get another one.
yep, that's a fact. So, and as I've stated before, I need to get some more shit from you, and a lot of that ties into the quality. So, it's been about almost a year, because I think around like September-ish, October-ish. I think it has been a year, but that's when I actually bought the shirts from you. I remember we was at a Goodies with Tati show, and I just like told you, let me get some shit. Like you had whatever you had on you, and I was like, let me get
Yeah,
something.
I think it's
But
important to get that.
yeah. But I've had your shirts and I've worn them quite a few times and I've washed them and they still remain the same. Like the logos don't fade, it doesn't peel, the shirts don't shrink. Um, there's a lot of good things to say about the shit that you promote, you know, and I think that says a lot about it too. So the reason why I've also been successful in business, where I have, is mostly because of my customer service skills, my desire to provide quality over the content. I don't just want to give you an edible. I want to make sure you get high off this shit. I don't just want to give you an edible. I want to make sure that I make something that's actually tasty.
Fact.
Those kind of things. So I agree with you on that. Like just really prioritizing the quality of something. Um, so where how can I say this? When you first started promoting or creating your merch, was it always quality based or was it kind of like you just said, I just wanted to get this shirt off and make some money?
Well, I made everything for me first.
Okay.
So first I was worried about how everything looked. Like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get this?
Hmm.
And so the cheapest things I could get, just started. I went to a pop-up shop. I see how my stuff look compared to other people's stuff. I was asking around, like, what kind of material are you using? How did you do
Mm.
this? Like, I'm asking the questions that people are scared to ask.
I think that's important too. I mean, we've already danced around the topic of asking the important questions, but the fact that you're not scared to to do it. So how is it is it business savvy, like being business savvy? Is it having confidence or just kind of being knowledgeable about how business works, consumerism and marketing, advertising, so to speak?
Not
Um,
necessarily. It's more of a curiosity and stuff that I like, that I
mhm.
want to know the details. Because regardless if I was making it for anybody else or not, if I wanted to, I always wanted to make clothes for myself. Like I said, I feel like everybody should have their own brand, so everybody should
Yes.
know. And once I figured out clothes is being manufactured for how much it's being manufactured for and sold for how much it's for, how come I can't make my own clothes? So
Yo, yeah, yo, you know what's crazy? When I found out how much it costs to make not even just a Jordan, but a Balenciaga sneaker, so to speak, that shit is only less than $1,
like,
bro.
you don't want to make your own sneakers though, bro? Like, you understand what I'm trying to say?
I would love to make my own sneakers. First off, I just want to, speaking or even to stick on the whole Balenciaga thing, these motherfuckers is taking Skechers and just putting the word Balenciaga on it. Literally. Fucking literally, but I can't make this up. Like I seen some chick on a train. and her shoes were like just weirdly bulgy and shit. And I was just like looking at them, and I'm like, what kind of shoes are those? And then like as she was turning around to get off, and her pants like lifted up above the shit, I saw that it had the Balenciaga logo, and I'm like, no fucking way. Like, so you mean to tell me if Skechers came out with that same shit, you wouldn't rock it because it says Skechers on it?
Yep.
And yeah, and it was like I also growing up, I never really owned a pair of Jordans. Like I bought my first pair of Jordans when I was in high school. Like and you know, there's a crazy story behind it. It's another story for another day. But I bought a pair of Jordans and nobody really like the reason why I bought the Jordans is because I've always like in elementary, junior high, and high school, I've always been like kind of bullied in a sense. You know, in elementary, I had my sisters with me. You know what I'm saying? So my older sister, she definitely like kind of like helped me out. Like she defended me a little bit. You know, so a lot of people gave me respect off the fact that I had family with me. When I got to junior high school, one of my sisters went to the same junior high school, but it wasn't until 2 years later. So I was already a senior when she joined. So it was, and then people didn't even know her as my sister. They just knew me for me. And then when I got to high school, it was like I was understanding that you had to be a specific person or have a certain status or whatever, so to speak. Like in high school, those are like the only 4 years where you would really discover yourself. Like everything else after high school is more like a just a rediscovery.
Right.
But uh, I bought these Jordans. Specifically, I bought the fives, the blue and white ones. I don't know the name of them, but they were the all white with the blue spikes on the side. And
Okay.
yeah, the ones. So they came out with some before. They came out ones now that have the number 23 on the side. But I came out with the original, the retro ones. To to make the story more interesting, I spilled soda on the shoes on the very first day that I wore them. Black cherry, so it wasn't like I spilled Sprite on them shits. I spilled something on them that people would see and be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?" Like, and you know, but I bought the shoes because I felt like if I cop these Jordans, maybe people would stop laughing at me for rocking Shacks or I had K Swiss. A lot of people don't know about K Swiss. I had K Swiss when I was in high school, you know. So I felt like buying these Jordans made me someone more important or whatever the case is. But niggas still pushed me in the trash.
Fact.
Niggas still slapped me upside the head. Niggas still grabbed all my lunch off the tray. Like they still bullied me the same exact way with these shits. So ultimately, I had to figure out that, you know what? Maybe I don't need Jordans. Maybe I don't need to rock designer shit. Maybe I just need to ultimately tap into who I am. And you said something interesting that you make your stuff for you. If you don't see yourself wearing it, you're not going with it. And I think that's a huge, interesting part. So identity crisis is something we don't identify with, ironically. You know, we don't really see it as this is how we identify. We see it as someone else did it, so we got to do it too, kind of thing. And saying all of that to say that I just want to commend you, give you kudos for staying in your lane, for not being deterred by whatever else is going on, for continuously sticking to what, excuse me, what you wanted to do. And you did the right necessary things. You got your LLC. You only messed with people that were going to promote your brand, even if you had to promote theirs. And every time you went to an event, you was wearing your shit to make sure people know that this is what exists. You don't need to rock all that other shit. So yeah, I just wanted to give you your flowers on that and say that I'm highly proud of you. I'm happy that, you know, there's people that look like me and you that's actually doing something to inspire other people to do something, whether it could be the same thing or just diving into their own lanes. And ultimately, you just don't have a filter with it. You just more so like, this is me and this is how it's gonna be. Like, there's nothing else in between it. So yeah, I just wanted to give you your flowers for that, for real, because a lot of people don't talk about that. We don't really recognize our impact as well, you know, when we're doing it in the motion. You know, we might see certain reactions, but I don't think it's until people say it that we realize how big of an impact we're actually making. What you were saying? Oh yeah, he tapped in. He's next on the he's the next guest that we have.
Okay, yeah, I can
What's good, my
understand that.
guy? Just
Fact.
cause. Yeah, we're gonna get into him in a few
Just
minutes. But yeah,
just
ultimately, I just wanted to, give you your
yeah.
flowers for just remaining true to yourself. Creating your brand. You said you had it for about 5 years. 5 years ago, a lot of us didn't even know about merch, having our own merch, or promoting ourselves as a business or a brand. And let's just say, fair to say, you've been ahead of the game. You've definitely been ahead of the game. And me just watching you come to shows and promote yourself, because I remember you was coming to the Goodies with Tati showcases with bags full of merch. You was telling niggas like, yo, look, I got this for sale, like I got that, I got this, so it's like it's always interesting to see that, and yeah, man, I can't say it enough, man. I'm proud to see someone melanated like myself doing it. Um, and I think that, you're going very far with this. You are definitely pushing a culture that isn't talked about a lot. Right now, it's receiving, I don't want to say minimal because it seems like we're not receiving any support, but we're low key entering an entrepreneurial era where people start to see how easy it is to create brands and to be themselves and to promote, their artistic value, so to speak.
Facts.
Word. So I
Damn.
just want to say before I get up out of here, is there anything that you want to say to the aspiring designers, to the upcoming music artists? You do be dancing a lot. Is there anything you want to like say to the dancers or just
I got
anyone ultimately following the same steps that you're following? Say what? Do you?
I
Okay,
got
okay,
two
okay,
words.
okay. I
Do
like that.
you?
Yeah, so to anyone listening, watching, observing, do you. Be yourself. Just keep doing it. Um, don't get discouraged because this man Shiggy right here, to my knowledge, he hasn't been discouraged. He just keeps on going. Um, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have probably told you they wouldn't fuck with your brand, but now they're in your DMs like, yo, let me get a hoodie. So do you keep going? Don't give up. And just ultimately trust the process. I feel like a lot of people don't trust the process. We don't really, it's more like a damn, this ain't working out today. I'm not gonna try it again tomorrow.
Yeah,
So yeah, man.
a lot of people.
Hey yo, shout out to Rakaya B. She's also a dope artist from London. So anyone that tunes into the live, you will see that I have a deep connection with a lot of UK artists, creatives, so to speak. So yeah, ultimately the goal of this platform is to introduce all my connections to each other. So I have a lot of US connections, a lot of UK connections. I have a lot of fashion designers, music artists, so to speak. I know just a lot of fucking people. And I feel like we all should connect with each other. So definitely connect with Rakaya. She also does modeling as well. So you never know, brother. She could help you out to spice me in. She's a dope singer. She raps too, which she doesn't like to promote as much, but she raps as well. And she's just a dope person. So definitely reach out to her as well. Um, and yeah, man. Thank you for being a guest on the show. It
All right,
means a lot
bro.
to me.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And you as well, man. Send me some shit so I can help promote. So I'm also doing like a TikTok promo page. A lot of people that don't have TikTok sleep on TikTok. But me personally, I've been finding like minimal success. Consistency is building it up. But since I first started promoting on TikTok, I've realized a lot of people tune into more of my stuff. So send me some stuff. I want to promote it on my TikTok page. I want to like introduce people to Shiggy, spice me in to everything that you
Got
got
you.
going on. You know what I'm saying? So send me some stuff and yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing your insight. And thank you for being a dope individual, man, altogether.
All right, bro.
No doubt, man. Take it easy. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If y'all like the interview that I did with Shiggy, make sure y'all drop some fire in the comments. If y'all really fuck with him, give him a follow. Check into what he got going on and connect with the dude because he got a lot going on. Shout out to 102 Nate. What's up, brother? Shout out to Simply Brianna. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Vera underscore 221. Thank you for following. I'm gonna follow you back as soon as I get off the live. And just shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, man. I appreciate y'all 100%. I'm still growing on this journey as an interviewer. I don't have a journalism degree or a degree in journalism, so to speak. Yeah, all of this is just based off of me wanting to create a new lane, and like I said, to highlight other people doing the same thing that I'm doing, or just in general chasing a vision, a dream, a goal, an accomplishment, however you want to, dress it up. I'm doing this for those people who don't really get the mainstream support, so to speak. Um, so our next guest on the show is Just Cause. So whenever he's ready, he can send me a request to jump in. But yeah. Again, I just want to highlight that this platform is for us creatives. So if there's anyone that you know, if you're watching, if there's anyone that you know or you yourself are into anything creatively, reach out to me, DM me, ask about how you can get on the show. I do this every Wednesday, every Friday. I interview two artists at a time. Excuse me. Two artists per day. So every Wednesday, every Friday is two different artists. Um, Yeah, so be sure to tap in with me. If you know anybody that you think would look good on the show, if you feel like they deserve the flowers or anything like that, send them my way. I do research people. I've been a part of bad interviews to where people don't even know who I am. They want me on the show, but they don't know who I am. So I do my thing as far as like researching artists. I check into what they got going on. And ultimately, even before I do that, I make sure I build a connection with these people. So a lot of these people I've met in person and I've just built a relationship with. So moving on, our next guest, Just Cause, is ready to tune in. So let's see if we can get him on the live right now. Let's see. Should be tuning in right now. By the way, if y'all enjoying what I'm doing, like I said, give me some fire in the comments. Show your support either way. My guy Just Cause, what's up, Brody?
What's up, Twin? What's up with you, man?
Early, man. We outside, man.
Early, bro. You already, son. You already,
We
though. What's up with
we
my mans, man? What's up with you, Twin?
everything is good, man. I'm just enjoying the vibes. I love doing what I'm doing right now. This is the fourth episode, but I've been having so much fun just connecting with people that I've built genuine connections with. And you're one of those people. So I just want to highlight that we haven't really known each other for that long.
Word.
But I also want to highlight that you have such an impact. I have such an impact that drew us into each other, that made us want to connect. So, for anyone that's watching, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to know someone for 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
It all matters on the impact, the purpose, and the direction that people are
Yeah.
going. Um,
Yes.
so let's talk about it. Where did we meet, if you remember?
Oh my gosh. Did we meet at Steve's Geek or did we meet somewhere else? No,
We met somewhere
we
else.
met we met at we met in Brooklyn at 66 Green, right?
Yep, that's a fact.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Underground
Yes.
Advocates.
Yes. Yo, shout out Frank Nizza. Yo,
Facts, facts,
my
facts.
man's is killing it right now, son. You already, son. But
He's doing his thing.
he is, yo. He that man is in the lane, son. You already. But but yeah, man, like seriously, he actually that was actually I think my first time that he brought me out, or maybe my second. But it
Mm,
was an amazing night, man. I got to meet you there for the first time. I got to meet like, oh my God. There was so much talent in the building at that time,
mm,
right? Like I felt like
mm-hmm.
we was on like starstruck or some dumb shit like back in the day shows. Like I was just
Yep,
there like,
yep.
damn, bro, know what happened. I was like, did you call everybody from fucking Brooklyn that had good talent? Like, what the fuck did you do? Like, and then there was supposed to be a contest at the end talking about, oh, we'll let y'all know. Ain't nobody got no damn contest win. Ain't nobody knew who won, bro. There was too much
Oh, no,
talent.
no, no, no. They actually did. Somebody actually did win. So if I'm not
Oh, who
mistaken,
won?
that was the road to South by Southwest.
Yeah, yeah. Who won? Did you get an email? I didn't even get an email, so I was like,
Nah, they made an actual post
oh,
about the
okay.
shit. So basically, there was this artist named Moon Sky. She won first place.
Oh, she was
Um,
lit. Okay, she was
by
lit.
the way, she's fucking phenomenal. I hope I can get her on the show one day.
Oh,
But she's phenomenal. Second place was Cradle, who is her brother, actually, her blood brother.
well,
And
back.
third place was Peter Don't Miss, who is in I don't know if this is an actual word, but an improvisational. I don't know, but so all right, what I'm trying to
An
say is he
improvise. Yeah,
improvises.
right. He
He
does. What is it? Does
improvises. So it doesn't matter. He doesn't necessarily have a set list when he goes on stage. He just pulls out his guitar and just whatever comes to mind, he does
he
it.
be on
Um,
some free type of
yeah, yeah, yeah. So those are the three people that won. Um,
thing. Well, they got skills anyway, so I'm actually glad that I now know who won because I'm glad I didn't lose to fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
just
bro,
anybody.
I've been in. Yeah,
I, I
you know what I'm
I'll
talking
be
about.
honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I did not agree with Peter winning third place. I feel like any one of us could have won. Now, the only reason why I say that is because even though he improvises a lot, there is no real substance to what he does. And I can say this because before that show, I've ran into Peter several times. So going back to last year, when I started doing the more booking shows again, I ran into a few artists. I'm not going to say their names, but because a lot of us don't really, gel together anymore. Um, but I ran into certain artists who were like inviting me to like the studio after the show, more specifically Pirate Studios.
Oh,
And if anyone doesn't, yeah, if anyone doesn't know what Pirate Studios is, it's basically like
oh,
you
twin,
can you can,
you black.
huh?
You just blacked. Well, I don't know if it's on your screen too, but you just blacked out on my shit. That's
Oh,
wild.
I'm here now.
No, no. I mean, you was there. I mean, I saw you. You know what I'm saying you was on picture, but now I don't have you on picture on
Oh,
your side.
shit.
What the fuck?
Hold on, let me try to
Weird
see
shit.
if it works now.
Kind of
Am I?
weird shit.
Uh, let me see.
I don't even know it's a press. To be quite honest with you, I've only been on live on
I,
Instagram.
I, yeah, me neither. That's why I be having my own problems. But
Oh, oh no, that's not gonna help nobody. Nope. All right. I'm like, that's not gonna help nobody.
damn.
Yo, the technically and technical. Yeah, I'm running the streets, bro. Come on, son. I could barely run a laptop, Bobby.
Nah,
Yo,
it's all good. It's all good because I've had to conduct a few interviews where I couldn't even see the person I'm talking to. So I think
so
that's where we at right
it's all
now. Can you see
right.
me
Don't
now,
even
or
worry
is it
about it.
still black?
Nah, it's still black, but you know what? We black, and I know what you look like, so we better talk this time.
um, all right. So when I post the video, it's gonna show us. I'm pretty sure of that because I watch all my episodes after I film them. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna show the same way that I see it now, and the same way other people have seen it because I've been in the same situation you in, bro. Trust me.
Oh shit,
Um,
I'm gonna watch this shit again. I'm gonna be like, yo, chill, stop, son.
um,
All right.
but Pirate Studios is basically it's like an open house. Anyone can go there. Anyone can rent out a room. Anyone can just basically connect and network with whoever's there. So I done met artists there simply from just smoking weed outside.
Mm.
I done met artists just by sitting in the room waiting for everyone else to show up, or just simply walking through the hallway and seeing other artists walking into their rooms. So Pirate is definitely a huge networking space if you use it correctly.
Okay.
Um, but I met Peter a few times through there, and Peter used to engineer. Peter is an engineer as well. A lot of people don't know that, but
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's dope.
he would like go in the studio, play a few things off his guitar, like a few strums and notes and stuff, and then
Mm.
he would go and connect his guitar, whatever he recorded, into an actual beat. So I thought he always like shone in those kind of like He shined pretty hard in those kind of
So nice.
realms. But
That
as far as
intro.
like yeah, but as far as like performance, if it isn't like say a so far sound show where it's like pretty intimate to where you can probably talk about just anything because people are listening, you know, uh I don't think he can go on a regular showcase stage and do that. I don't think he would succeed in that, you know. And that's not me hating. That's just me making the observation, seeing him in different rooms and stuff like that.
Right.
So I see where he wins and where he not necessarily loses, but doesn't shine as hard. So
Right.
in that case, yes, I feel like anybody else could have won third place except for him. No hate again, no hate.
Yeah, no,
But that's
it's all
just
love.
yeah,
That's
that's
all
just the
love.
way that
Trust me.
yeah, that's just the way that I perceive it. So even if I don't see
Right.
myself winning that third place prize, I felt like somebody else in general could have won that because it was me, there was you, there was Malik Music, there was Days the Emperor,
Yup.
there was JK
Kevin was
Music,
there. Shout out to
there was a dope
Kevin. Just son, there was well, yo, just Kevin was there.
just
Fucking
Kevin, he was fire too. He was
he was
fire.
ridiculous, bro. Just Kevin was ridiculous, bro. Who was there? That Miss Kaylin was there. And then there was like a couple of other ones. I feel bad because I can't. I have like the worst memory. Yo, shout out to Weed. Damn, son. The fuck, yo, but like the room was full, so I'm like, I've never
Full.
been in a room full of so much fucking talent that I was like, damn, son, I feel kind of small right now. Like, fuck,
No, real shit, real
like,
shit. Because even like, and
oh,
I'm gonna be real with you. Sorry, not to cut you off.
no,
Sorry about that.
you good, good.
But when you went on stage and performed, I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, cause and I say I say this as a consumer. Like I'm listening to you and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker got flows. Like and you also had like this, I don't know if it like if you intended to do that, but you had like you adopted this Batman personality, so it's like you sounded like Batman if Batman would have hopped in the studio.
Yeah,
And I was just
yeah,
like, yo, how is he doing this? Like, right, and I peep, yeah, you model your logo, your brand, and everything is a bat.
yo,
So I don't again, I don't know if you planned it, but I thought it was really fucking dope because you wasn't using auto tune or anything like that. That's just how you meant to sound. And it was like, yo, that's
yeah.
fucking sick. Like,
Yeah, I do that on a couple of tracks. So Just Cause, obviously my rap name. So Just Cause has split personality, and
mm,
that nigga's name is Phineas J. Causington. It's like a play off words, right? So
mm,
like the split personality is a slight like he's like he's a smart dude, but he's just mad like all right. So like if Just Cause is like the nicer version of a person, Finn would be like the nastiest version of Just Cause that you could talk to. Like he's mad smart, but he would be like, yo, the most like cutthroat dude that you would be like, all right, I can't even joke with this dude. Like this dude is not okay type shit.
you can't make a joke with Batman, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude's not okay. Like this nigga will leave you broken in the alley and then call the cops. Like this nigga's kind of hurt.
Facts,
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? On some
facts,
Batman shit, like
facts.
this nigga might need some help, yo. Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
Facts.
So you know what I mean? So like I affect a kind of a weird voice when I'm rapping like as him type shit. So I only do that for a couple of songs, but like I affect that fucking voice when I'm rapping like, you know, like him. So that's what I do that shit.
Uh, Shout out to Reality One. Shout out to Witlina 24, Angel Cupids, Kiddo the Joker, DJ KL Rockwell, and Mike Mizzle.
KL. Yo, shout out KL Rockwell. Yo, that's my DJ. That's my
Shout
personal
out
DJ.
to Oh, fire! That's dope. That's
Yo,
dope. Okay. I got my first question.
shout out
How
to
the fuck do you
Rough
get?
Riders.
How do
Shout out
you
to Rough Riders.
get?
Yep.
How do you get a personal DJ? How does that work?
Bro, I don't even
I'm gonna
yo,
light some weed, by the way. I don't know about you, but I got some weed rolled. I'm gonna light this shit.
yo,
This is the first episode where I'm smoking weed on
like
camera.
that.
I smoke weed. A lot of
Like
people know that, but
like that. I'm actually jealous, yo. I was about to roll one, but then I was like, you know what? Let me wait. My wife's about to leave, so I was like, let me just wait.
roll that shit up, nigga.
Nah,
Roll that shit
nah,
up.
I'm gonna wait for the wife, son. You know what it is. You know what it is. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no, no. you know what it is. And then tomorrow's my birthday. I don't want to wake up dead on my
Oh, for
birthday and be like,
real? Perfect
yeah, I don't want to
timing.
wake up dead
Perfect
on my
timing.
birthday.
Got you.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like October 26th. Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, like it's different. It's different. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? Ow. That shit hurt. Fuck was you talking about? My bad. My cat just
Uh,
fucking smacked the shit out of me. Fucking
no,
asshole.
yo, listen, I got four cats. I got one adult and three kittens.
Oh
So
no
they do
doubt.
the same shit. I have this one cat. If you watch my last live episode
Yeah.
3, the cat is literally climbing up on me, digging their nails into my fucking shoulder and shit. So they be doing too
Yeah.
much. But
No, this cat be wilding. Like, if I don't pay this cat no attention, it'll just be like, "Oh, I bet you just a shit. What the fuck,
yeah,
man?"
literally. But
Yeah.
we were talking about how you ended up with a personal DJ, someone who is a DJ maybe for the general masses, but whenever you have a show or an event, whatever, they pop out and they make sure you look good.
Oh my goodness. So, we officiated it like a couple of months back, but it was just surreal how it actually came about. I wasn't obviously nobody like goes around looking for a personal DJ, and I never thought I would be the one with a personal DJ, especially not now so early in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Right.
this, if that was even going to be possible, type shit. Like I didn't know it was going to be that. But I'm working with an amazing company called Hip Hop Boulevard. They're based out of the
Nice.
Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Bronx. And they're fucking an amazing company. They're doing mad, shows, mad, pop-ups and all this. They're connected in mad different lanes. They're doing mad different stuff with mad different people. Like they mad active, you know what I mean? And they actually were I believe they were tapped in on a show with actually KL Rockwell. He was actually DJing there, or he was actually affiliated with the gentleman that was DJing. But it was actually for what was it? I want to say DJ Chuck Chillout. I don't know if you know him.
I don't, but it's interesting.
All right, he's an old school DJ. Like he's dope though. He's old school DJ. He's dope, mega dope. What do you call it? They were honoring him and they were giving him like, a congratulations. They were giving him flowers at like a bar, and they actually had asked a couple of artists to go and perform. And I, on some shit, was gonna go and surprise one of the artists, Sir Brutus. Shout out to Brew. Shout out to Sir Brutus. And we just wanted to surprise him. You know what I'm saying? Like I had never seen him perform
Mm.
without, what I'm saying, like without being like, oh, we definitely know da 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 da. Like I had done a show with him prior, you know what I'm saying, but I had never like popped up at a show and like surprised him type shit. Like I'm gonna do to you, so watch yourself. You just gonna see me and be like, what the hell? Yeah, yeah. But watch. So we pop up at the show. He doesn't even know that we coming. He actually called us when we was down, like when we are driving down. We had like a 4-hour drive. And he calls and he's like, "Yeah, son, I'm mad tired, bro." Blah, 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 blah. He's like, "I gotta get ready for this set. I got a show tonight." And I'm like, "Oh, you got a show? What?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, this shit is crazy." He's like, "I gotta perform, da 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 da." And I'm like, "Yo, I wish you luck. I know you're gonna kill that shit." He's like, "Bro, I seen you perform." He's like, you gonna murder that shit, bro. Like, you already, hit me up tomorrow. Let me know how the show is, type shit." And the man goes, "Yo, bet. I'm gonna hit you up as soon as I get off the stage, whatever, whatever." And then, like 3 hours later, the man walks through the bar doors and he's like, "Just cause? The fuck? Like, what the fuck? What are you doing here, bro?" I'm like, "Yo, we here to see you." So it was me and Ashley, my wife, and we came down to see Sir Brutus. And he was like, "Yo, that's amazing." He's like, "Bro, I have people that live down the street from me that don't even go see my shows." He's like, "Y'all niggas drove 3.5, 4 hours to come see me." He was like, "No," and he was like, "And y'all kept it a secret. Talk to me on some like, y'all hit you up tomorrow," and then came to the show. So he was like, "Bro," he was like, "Yo, come meet everybody." So I got to meet DJ Chuck Chill Out. I got to meet a whole bunch of people. I got to meet Al Pizarro. I got to meet KL Rockwell, which I didn't know that I had met previous, because my wife remembers everything. She like a damn elephant. She remember everything. This shit is crazy. Um, Yeah, bro, I had met him like a year or two prior. I had won a contest, and he walked up to me. He was like, "Bro, you should have won that contest." I'm like, "What?" And he
Wow.
turns around and walks off, and I see like the Rough Rider like vest, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Oh,"
Mm,
you know
that's
what I'm
fire.
saying? Yeah. So,
So you low key got ties to Rough Rider.
yeah,
Oh,
low key.
that's
So
fire.
So I'm just like, yo, so I'm in amazement that he's happy that I just came down to visit, you know what I mean, see him. So he's like, yo, look, this is my man Just Cause, he raps, and he's introducing me. He didn't have to do that, you know, and I love that nigga for that. Like, he didn't have to, this is my nigga, da 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 da. So I guess he had introduced me to the actual owner of Hip Hop Boulevard, the gentleman that I'm actually working with now. And Al was like, yo, you really did that for Brutus? Like, you really out here doing that? And I'm like, bro, if you're supporting Brutus and Brutus is supporting you and you're out here doing that much stuff for the community and you know what I'm saying? Like you're just doing amazing things that I want to get involved with. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing community outreach. They're working with the police. They're trying to make the community better in all, the all the five boroughs. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like they do shows all the time with the NYPD and the Parks Department. They're always trying to do stuff. They're always on local TV. They were on what do you call it? They were just on the well, obviously, but the parade. I think the Caribbean parade and the Puerto Rican Day parade. They were on floats representing hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And they actually were involved with the renaming of the street um, now I don't remember what it was called before, but they got the specific street in the Bronx renamed to Hip Hop Boulevard. I don't remember the actual name of the street before it was changed, but because of them and who they were and what they did, over the years, they were able to change the street to Hip Hop Boulevard, where hip hop was born.
right,
So I'm involved in a company that was, that basically made hip hop and then change the road for hip hop to be like here, like 15, 1520 Sedgwick Ave. Like shout out to the block.
right.
You
That's fire. That's fire. Shout out to that word, real shit.
know, word
Um,
up.
so
So
that's one thing I wanted to speak about. You have a very deep knowledge and a very deep connection with hip hop. Um, and don't hate me for saying this, but your music to me doesn't necessarily uh, fully reflect hip hop. And I say this because if I can compare you to one artist, I would say Tech Nine. You have a variety of sounds. Your music has different concepts, and you don't just stick in one pocket. You have songs where you step out into different shit. So, admittedly, I was just listening. If I can show you my laptop right now, hold on, let me, boom. I'm gonna show you. Listen. This is the first time hearing this song. I'm gonna flip my laptop around now. I ain't even finished listening to it. Look at what I'm listening to. You get what I'm saying?
I don't even know. I got the black screen.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I fucking forgot.
I already
but
know. Like,
I was listening to Cyber Psycho.
yo,
Uh,
word. Thank
so
you. Yeah.
this would have been my first time tuning into it, and I didn't even get to listen to the full song because I got interrupted by a phone call. So I can't even. I was gonna ask you about the song. That was my purpose to like get into the new single and like ask you about it. But it further proves my point because the song is called Cyber Psycho. Who the fucking hip hop got a song named Cyber Psycho? You tell me now.
Nobody.
Exactly, exactly my point. So you feel me? Your music doesn't exactly just rub off as hip hop, but it's art. You know what I'm saying? It contributes to the whole general aspect of music, not just good music, great music, music in general. This is something that was composed and created to make people feel something. You know what I'm saying? So, um, because I don't know shit about the song, um, can you tell me how did you create this song? I believe that I heard the name AK the Pharaoh a few times
Yes.
within the independent music game. I've only
Mhm.
heard one song a few years back. Back when I was like jumping into King Los and fucking
Hello.
when I was still checking out the whole battle rap scene and I was diving into the battle rap industry uh I've heard this name before to say that.
Well,
Um
what do you call it? Well, shout out to World MC, because without, World MC and Team Backpack, I wouldn't have been able to even, hit up these world class artists. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes
we're
are,
gonna get there.
you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I
These
like
dudes is
that.
crazy. These dudes is crazy. But I actually fell in love with AK a year or two back, son. He did a World MC freestyle thing, and I was just like, yo, stop. I gotta somehow get this man on an album, a song, like what the hell? And then now I'm an avid gamer, but I'm an avid gamer for like strange games. Like, so it's like my music, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a gamer, but I'm a weird gamer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll play Assassin's Creed, but like I'll play all of the Assassin's Creeds and then I'll play them to platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody does that shit. Like nobody plays that shit like that.
We're gonna get
Me,
there.
I'm a right. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Like
glad
who
you
the
brought that
hell
up.
does
I'm
that,
glad
right?
you brought that up.
Right. Like who the you know what I'm saying? But look, here, let me get back to the story. So anyway, I hit him up. He's mad polite, you know what I'm saying? He's mad dope down to earth. He says yes to the song. Now I don't really I have a premise to a song that I wanted to work on with him.
Hmm.
But I look like literally like as I'm talking with him on Instagram, messaging him like the day I literally get an email in the middle of our conversation talking about, yo, CD Project Red is gonna open up the da 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 da, and one of my favorite games, Cyberpunk 2077, bro. They were
Yeah.
like, yo, do you want your music to be added in a video game? If so, blah blah blah. Fill out all this and then send us the video games, da 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 with your beat and words and all that. I was like, stop right now. Stop right now. They were like, yo, if you get this, you could be added into the DLC of Phantom, whatever the shit is right now, that the new DLC that they just added to the game,
Hmm.
and Phantom Liberty. And I'm like, stop. They're like, yo, you could be in the radio, da 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 da, in the game and all this, and you could have like a special credit. I'm like, what? I'm like, stop, bro. So I filled out right there. Like, changed up my whole shit. Didn't even tell him. I got so involved with this shit, I didn't even tell him that I switched up the
Hmm.
whole thing. And, so low key, I'm mad amped. And then I'm writing. Does it like, I didn't tell him the premise of what I was writing, but dead ass, I was like, yo, Cyberpunk. Do you know anything about the video game Cyberpunk?
Um, I sold my P4 right before it was released.
No.
That's the only thing I know. Yeah, no, 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 no. I was really mad about that, but at the time, I kind of listed video games as a distraction because I was like really trying to focus on music. And it was selfish to say that because I created the album The Unexpected 2 while fucking video gaming. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm playing the game every fucking day, but if you listen to the album, there's not one gaming reference on the album. You know what I'm saying? But it just goes to show that video games don't exactly distract you. It's just how you use your time. You
Right.
know, so at the time Cyberpunk was advertised, it was in the PlayStation Store around the time that Spider-Man was coming out as well. I believe they came out in the same year.
Yup.
Um, yeah, so I was just in a moment where I was just kind of like, I guess, thinking like I needed to do more in music because I wasn't feeling noticed, or so to speak. You know, we all go through that phase. So
Absolutely.
I just got rid of my fucking PlayStation. I was like, fuck you. I need to work on this music shit.
Yo,
You know, and
yeah,
yeah, so
absolutely.
it was one of the moments, you know, and I don't regret it, but I do look back. It was like, yo, was I stupid? Like, come on, like, did I, like, cause I'm not gonna lie, a lot of fire games came out around that time that I got rid of my PlayStation, so I was really mad about that. But you know,
But you
to
had
dive
that,
into,
right.
right. So thank you for explaining the backstory. But to dive into, wait, you wasn't even finished, right?
No. Well, so check it out. So I entered myself into the contest. Um, I wrote the verse, and it was really I really just took the premise of the actual the video game. I really just took all of the main elements of the video game, and then they came out with the anime. The fucking anime was beyond surreal. Anyway,
Hmm.
so I took the elements of the game and the elements of the anime and put it together in one verse, and then put it all in the chorus into one song. Sent it to AK. He fucking Johnny blazed his fucking verse, sent it off to production, mixing and mastering, and then sent it off to CD Project Studios. Now check this shit out. Out of 20 or 30,000 people that had fucking filled out to go there, right? We was fifth. 20 or
Wow.
30,000 submissions, we was fifth. We could have been in a video game. We was off by
Just
four people. About four people. That's horrible.
even three people, bro. Number
Even
two
three
would have been
people.
highly
Right, right.
considered.
Like what? But we just considered it as a win. Like five, top five, dead or
Nah,
alive out of
that's a
20,000. Like,
win. That's a fucking win, bro.
man,
Come on, bro. Look at that number. Say that number again,
yo,
bro. What?
20,000. I'll do the lower number.
20,000.
20,000.
Number five,
20,000 people.
bro.
Number five.
Number five. What you saying, bro?
That's what I'm
Come on,
saying.
son. That's a win in my books, bro.
That's what I'm
Because a lot of
saying.
people
So
don't even get to be number five in a lot of fucking lists. Like, you see, they got a fucking top five. A lot of people don't even get to be number five. Like,
just
yeah.
facts. It's
So, yo,
it's hard to be top five. I'm not even gonna bullshit. I'm not even gonna
it's,
bullshit.
that's real. Um, so yeah, man, thank you for explaining that. And after this interview, I'm definitely gonna listen to the song for sure. Um,
Enjoy it.
I would listen to it during the live, but obviously I want to talk to you. Um, and I will have you on the show in the future, but disclaimer, we're gonna be in person, so I'm working on making this an in-person thing.
Facts.
So I'm working on like, trying to get like not trying, getting, I'm gonna do it, manifesting, I'm big on that.
All right.
So I'm going to get a studio. I don't care how I do it, but I'm gonna end up getting a studio, and I'm gonna have a place for everyone that I interview to be in person, so we can have more of a, deeper connection, build more chemistry and stuff like that, and like help the audience connect with us more. Because I was just out like the phone call that I went into, we were speaking more. What's up, Sydney? Thank you for tuning into my live. I noticed you tuned in a couple times, so I just want to say thank you. Truly appreciate that. And yeah, thank you. But yeah, so the call that I got into, um, we were speaking about how we don't ever really see the connection that these artists talk about. Like say, for example, um, I watch Drink Champs a lot, right? And the way Nori speaks about these connections that he has with these artists, it's like, yo, what you mean? Like he be saying stuff, like he be like, especially his most famous question. Like my famous question is, how did we meet? His famous question is, do you have a Tupac story? So it's like, yo, when you hear other people like actually have one, it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
It's crazy.
but and then when it right, and then when he talks about his Tupac stories, it's just kind of like, yo, it's like now we understand Tupac a little bit more. Or like when he talks about like how he met a certain artist, or how like he observed them from a certain part of the sideline, or like say for example the Ja Rule episode. I
Right.
didn't know he did the Rainy Days. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, I didn't know he did that shit either. I was like, oh, what?
And that's
I was
that's
like,
a
oh,
classic song. You know what I'm saying? And that just goes to show that there's a huge
disconnect.
a huge yeah, it's a huge history behind everything that goes on. And actually I saw this other post that was saying if you think the ghost writing situation is bad, wait till you see ghost production. And I was like, wait a minute,
Oh,
hold on, because I don't know anything about that at all. Like I have no knowledge. Like I know like
yeah,
when we used to buy albums and stuff, or now even on like certain platforms, we can like click the album and see the credentials. You know
right.
what I'm saying? But when we used to buy albums, we used to see all the people involved. And maybe back then we didn't understand songwriters, so to speak. You know, we thought it was just a bunch of whoever was featured on the song. Maybe they had like different associations. We didn't understand it too
Oh,
much. But now we
okay.
know,
What the
yeah, now we know if we
man?
see 10 people on that list, those 10
Right.
people wrote that one verse or those two verses or however the
Oh,
song.
you be
Yeah,
like, yo,
so
17 producers. Like, what the fuck did you do? Like,
right,
oh
right,
my
right,
shit.
right.
Yeah,
So, it's just kind of like, damn, son, it's like I am doing this to highlight those connections that I have personally because I know a lot of dope artists, including yourself. Like and not just musically, I know people that do paintings, drawings, tattoos. They sell stuff like they're just like artistic with it, and that's just the way that I see it. So that's what this platform is for, to give those people uh the spotlight. We don't get enough shine for what we're doing. So I have I
true.
have somewhat of an audience. I have people that tune into me organically. I don't buy none of my streams, follows, none of that. So everybody that tunes into what I'm doing, they're all like truly interested in what I have going on. And I appreciate these people for that. So I kind of want to give you guys a taste of my audience who, is
Mhm.
also authentic, and that's another thing too. I will not be interviewing people on here who just have hype, like just because you have 20K, I'm not gonna interview you. You know what I'm saying? Just because, what I'm saying, you got this dope ass video that's like popping on Vivo, I'm not gonna interview you. I don't care. Like if you're not a genuine artist and you're not like pouring into your craft, and especially if I don't have some kind of connection, whether I know you or not, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of artists that I know now who I've just been like, I randomly discovered, and I've just been like tuning into their stuff, So
Right.
yeah, and they reach out to me too, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's just like some weird like obsession, like, oh, I like your music kind of thing, like, and they don't fuck with me. Like they actually like some of them like actually like my posts and like comment on my shit, So is an even exchange, So that's what this platform is for, making those connections and highlighting those connections so the consumers or our supporters rather, I don't want them to be offended, because it's a
Yo, but
sensitive world out here, but um yes, that's what this is for sure. So to get back on track, I wanted to dive into the video game world. um I'm not a huge video gamer. However, I have a deep history with video games. And you mentioned something about, like, say for example, to before I get into that, I've never owned every system. You know what I'm saying? I've owned, like, I want to call it the in-betweens, So I owned the P1. I didn't own the 2, you know. Eventually, I did, but it took back. I didn't get a P1. I had a P1, but I didn't get the 2. I had the 3, but I didn't get the 4 until, and yeah, so it was like I
it's the revolving
skipped a lot of, yeah, I skipped a lot of consoles before I
yeah,
was able to actually own them. You know what I'm saying? So while other people like may have experienced everything as it was going along, I didn't have that experience.
right,
So I can't really quote on games and like how they went back then or what was hot in this year. All I know is what I know.
right.
So that's the type of gamer that I am.
Nah,
Um,
I'm the same way. I don't really, I can't like. All right, so like, I'm no bullshit. Like, I haven't watched any real TV in like 10 years since my son was born. I haven't really watched any TV. Like, I stream everything, so like me getting a commercial, like, oh, da 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 da, and this video game coming out, that shit is rare. So like, unless I'm on like TikTok and I actually get like an accidental Spider-Man like pop up, like
Yo,
I swear to God, yo, I
I
swear, like, yo,
feel you. No, I feel you,
oh,
bro. I'm
yo.
not gonna lie. It's been a while since I've actually watched TV as well, too. Like, and it all started with the news. I ain't gonna hold you. I hate watching the news, man. Like, it's just stupid.
That's,
But yes, I agree with you. I don't really like ads.
yo,
I don't.
I don't, I can't. do it. I can't do it no more. You know that you're from the hood when you wake up to static still on your fucking TV, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm
Yo,
saying. When
that's
the channel that you watching ticks off and then kicks back on at 9 o'clock in the morning, my nigga, you in the hood, nigga.
real
Okay,
shit.
yeah, okay. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Facts.
But damn,
But
son.
yeah, you mentioned playing Assassin's Creed all the way to platinum. So
Yeah.
I personally don't think I've ever reached platinum status in any game. Wait, I'm not
Mhm.
lying. I'm lying. In Assassin's Creed Origin, I definitely did because that was my favorite to this point. That was my
That's your
favorite
favorite.
Assassin's Creed.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
A
and I
lot of
think
cats.
Spyro the Dragon, when they released the trilogy, I think I went platinum in that because I knew all the boards and everything, so everything was just fucking easy to beat. I remember I had the P1, so like that's when Spyro was
Oh, that's
popping.
when you
Like
was kicking. You was like,
word,
yup.
yeah. OD P.
Yeah.
We had Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. We had damn, we had mad
What was
different shit. Hold
what was the
on,
dude?
I used to play
The dude.
Madden Crazy, huh?
What was the dude that was made of the bones? That was made of bones. It was
Was
crazy. Or was
uh
that N64?
uh damn.
Shit, I'm mad old, nigga. I just
I'm
gave away how old I
I
am.
was thinking about Castlevania just now. I ain't gonna
Oh,
hold you.
yeah, that's a fire one. That might. Huh? I don't.
I don't think
I
so,
have no idea. I
but
don't.
that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking about. That's the first thing that came to mind, though.
Back when I had fucking color.
That's a
Well,
64
cause
game, by the way. That's 64. That wasn't
yeah,
on
that might. Yeah,
PlayStation.
I was not there.
Yeah. But I've never, yeah, like I don't really have many games where I did like platinum status. So talk about that. What is it like to do like platinum? Like first off, right now I'm currently playing the remastered Spider-Man, the very first one, not the Miles Morales.
Mm.
So this is the game that I before I sold my PlayStation 4, I bought this one, I bought Crash Bandicoot, I bought Spyro, I played Spyro, but I didn't get to play the Crash or Spider-Man because it didn't come out yet. But I sold my
Damn.
P4. Yeah, so now I'm finally getting to play it. I beat the game literally in just like 5 days. But when I looked at the stats, it say 72 hours, so that's interesting.
That's
Um, yeah, so but over a course of 5 days, I beat the whole game. And I'm right now, and I'm just doing like 100% completion. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask me after that to do like the new game plus. Because I still got like a bunch of suits to unlock and shit like that. But I see like
tough.
when I go to the trophy shit right there, it says like you have a whole bunch of hidden trophies. So as a platinum person, what is it like to, I guess, uncover a hidden trophy? Like what, give me an example of a hidden trophy because I don't know what that is yet. I've never like, unlocked one.
So a hidden trophy is a trophy that like obviously is hidden to the main public or like listed. Like it won't be listed in the main game's title of trophies. It'll just say hidden trophy. So
Right.
like I want to. So like all right. So like I'm gonna give you an example because I literally just got a hidden trophy literally yesterday. Cyberpunk.
I know.
Uh,
I
yeah,
believe it.
I'm a sadistic bastard. Like go look at the trophies. I'm a sick fuck. Yeah. Yo, so you have to jump. You have to jump and then land in superhero pose. But as you land in superhero pose, you have to hit like 5 people all at once. Like now, they don't have to die. You just have to like hit the ground hard enough that 5 people get, affected by the like earth, shaking or whatever the fuck, right? I
Right.
didn't know that I even had this move in the game. So you have to like what the fuck is that? So like you
You
gotta
talking about
like so
Spider-Man?
no, I'm talking about cyberpunk, like
Oh,
because they
okay.
get there's
Got you,
these
got
little
you.
like there's little like skill trees. And
Right.
like it doesn't matter that you're maxed out to like 50 level. Like even if you're level 50, it doesn't fucking matter. Like you're still gonna need a skill tree that you still can't fill up 100%.
Right.
Like the shit is crazy. So I'm out here like, damn son, my shit is still not full. What the fuck? Like, and I got like 2 skill tree joints left. Like, like I don't know that I'm being an idiot right now. Anyway, so yo,
I'm
so
gonna turn my light on real
yeah,
quick. I feel like it's a little dark in here.
got you. So I do that and I hit them all right, and then it goes hidden trophy unlocked. You did the superhero pose, blah blah blah, and then it takes a photo. I'm like, bro, why? Why is it that the stupidest shit be hidden trophies? Like there was another hidden trophy in the game. It was like hit 3 cops or hit like three enemies with 1 bullet.
Mm.
Bro, the only way that you could do that is if you take a rifle that you've maxed out. And it does not say anywhere in this fucking game that you gotta have shit maxed out on a rifle and that you gotta do this shit from deep because then the bullet gonna ricochet and then fuck, like what the fuck? Like what? Bro, I ain't got no time. Bro, yo, or like
Yo,
accidentally did that shit from mad deep and went through 3 heads and shit was like, oh, hidden trophy unlocked. I'm like, bro, these trophies be wild, bro. Why they be doing this to
yo,
people? I'm
because
like, why they be doing
yo,
this to people?
when you said that, hit 3 people with 1 bullet, that was
Yeah,
crazy because it's like
like
actually in
what
Call
the
of
fuck?
Duty, I think in Black Ops 2,
Mm.
that was one of the trophies, but it wasn't 3 people, it was 2 people. It was like catch a
Yeah, you see that?
double kill with 1 bullet, and it was just like,
And you're like,
yo, what the hell? And I unlocked that trophy. That's how I remember it. But it
yeah,
wasn't hidden. It was just a regular, and I think it was a silver. It wasn't even a gold, and it was
oh,
just like,
that's
yo, what the hell? So imagine the gold or what's up, Marina? How you doing? She's from, uh, she be traveling the world. I forgot where she's from, actually. Damn, don't hate me. She's gonna be mad at me, but don't hate me. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. But she goes around the world so much that I forget where she's from. That's a compliment. Her passport is stamped. But yes. Uh, it's just like hidden trophies are just like a whole nother challenge, and salute to the people, including yourself, that actually unlock them because I still have yet to unlock one. Um, okay,
you just have to.
UK, my UK fam is tapping in. I see y'all. My European crew is tapping in.
Hey, what's
Um,
up, y'all?
yeah, so if y'all just tuning in, this is Just Cause. He is a dope artist. You want to talk about where you from?
Yeah, that'd be great. Just Cause, nice to meet y'all. That are here right now. I am an American artist. I'm actually from NY, Manhattan. Um, but now currently live in Vermont with my family. And what do you call it? I used to live in Manhattan for 10 years and then moved to upstate New York, where I met my wife. And then a couple of years later, we moved to the state of Vermont, and we're here now, we're chilling. And it's weird. Look, side note, I'm a New York rapper, right? You ready? You ready for this, guys?
My
I'm a New
UK
York rapper.
family, hold
Yo,
on. My guy Shiloh's a producer. Get in there. Hold on.
oh, early.
Early, he's a producer. He got 2 tracks on the album. So,
Oh,
word.
shit. Shout out to you then, man.
Tap,
That's
tap
word.
in, tap in.
That's word. That's word. That's word. That's crazy.
But yeah, as you were saying, side note, my fault, side note.
No, 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 no. Shoot. Side note. Shit. I don't even know, man. That's dope. I done forgot, yo. It was
I'm
like, yo, my
sorry.
UK friends tapping in. No, no, you good. That's good. Shit, you got people tapping in. Nigga, that's litty litty.
Yeah. No, I have an interesting connection with with Europe, the UK, so I have a lot of people that support me from over there, so
No, that's dope.
and see, he's attesting to it. You feel me? I always support, I always show love to my people that from the UK, no matter where they're from in Europe. Like Marina, I think she's from fucking. I keep forgetting where she's from, but she's from somewhere in
She
fucking
from out there.
not Portugal. Nah, she's from somewhere. Anyways,
All right.
it's gonna come back to me. But you get what I'm saying? Like I have an extensive connection with people in different countries. And
That,
I've mostly been to London, but I've been to Germany, I've been to Dublin, and that's pretty much it. I haven't been to that many countries, but I've been to other places, to network with artists and shit like that. So
you've been out of the country a couple times, bro. I have not. I've been to Puerto Rico, and that's not really even out of the country. So, yeah. Assume.
Nah,
Assume.
that's out of the country. Screw that. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I don't care. You go into a whole different climate change, bro. That's a different country, bro. You're somewhere else. The time zone is different in Puerto Rico, is it not?
Uh, yeah, no, in some houses of Puerto Rico, yeah, you're absolutely right. It does it changes by
So
an hour? You're right. So
as
no,
long as
I
the time zone change, you know what I'm saying, it's considered a different country unless it's in the States. When you look at
believe
the
so.
United States, you don't see Puerto Rico on the map.
It does change by an hour. I'm not. You know what? I'm actually not too sure. It might.
When you look at the United States, I don't think you see Puerto Rico there.
You know, and I can't even check because I'm on my phone right now.
It's all good.
I was
It's
about
all
to be like,
good.
let me grab my phone and
But
check. Bruh.
I can check. I got the laptop here.
Oh, you got the
Hold
laptop?
on.
All right. So I was like, wait, it might be off by like an hour, but I'm like, wait, I don't know, because it's still on the eastern seaboard, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. I got you right now.
Mm, 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 mm. Oh shit, my phone's getting blown up now too. Who the fudge are these guys?
Hold on. Looking at the picture right now. Okay, so Puerto Rico is located in between the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea.
Oh
So
shit, so it is two.
yeah, so it's another country, my brother.
Oh,
It's surrounded by Isabella. I might be saying a lot of these wrong. Uh, Arecibo, Bayamon, Carolina, Fajardo. There's a lot of them I can't even pronounce. I ain't gonna hold you, but these are
oh yeah.
definitely islands.
He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Don't know
Guyana makes
español,
the cut. We got Cerro de Punta. I don't even know
Yo,
if I
yeah.
said that right.
Probably
Um,
not. No.
probably not. And you would know that. You would definitely know that. We're gonna get into that in a second. But yo, nah. So this is definitely an island, a country. It's definitely a country. I don't know. I don't know what anybody else is saying, but it's definitely a different area from the fucking United States.
Facts. It's
Um,
like, yo, break off water and then you got to go back on land. Say you left, okay? Like,
yo, for real, exactly. So that's how I feel about it, literally. Um, uh, but speaking of being international, uh, you might not have you. How wait? Have you been to other countries?
I no, I have not. I have not. I have not. One of my best friends though, does bump my stuff in Israel. One of my best
That's
friends
dope.
does live in Israel, and he does bump my stuff. So sometimes I would imagine that my music gets played, bumped every once in a while in Tel Aviv, Israel. Shout out to Tel Aviv. That's lit. But no, I have not personally. But soon, I'm gonna get my passport. I'm gonna get all that, you know what I mean, taken care of, and I'm definitely getting my black ass out to Israel because they in a foul war right now, and ain't nobody messing with my brother out there. So fuck all that. We need a black man from NY. Fuck around with my family, you gonna find out. You know what I mean?
I heard you.
Around.
Heard
You know
you.
what I mean? Yeah.
Um, nah, facts, facts. But nah, speaking of being international, you may
Mm,
not have been to a bunch of countries, but you speak many different languages.
I do. I do. I love history and I love languages. So I like to pride myself in a lot of I like to pride myself in saying that I like to read a lot. So I like to read um a lot of different, just language books and like how to read like phonetically, and break down different words in different languages so I would be able to speak different languages. So a lot of root um I want to say a lot of root languages are Latin and Italian, and a lot of French and German. So if you can learn either Latin or German, you basically have a 40 to 35% chance that you can basically skate by on anybody else's language. And
Interesting.
some true shit. That's some true shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you know, German, you can probably figure out Danish. And if you can
Mm,
figure out Danish, that means that you could figure out Polish. But it's not always that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like if you're Polish, you can't figure out Yiddish because that shit is just totally different. You know what I mean? But like you can't figure
Right.
it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Yo
Mm,
soy
mm.
puertorriqueño y dominicano, and I speak that Spanish. You know what I mean? But if you drop me off in Portugal, I don't know how to speak Portuguese. I'd be fucked up, bro. Like, but speaking of my best friend in Israel, he taught me how to speak some Hebrew, so I know to speak Hebrew. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Nice to meet you. How you doing? And
That's fire.
so I know how to speak a little Hebrew. I know how to speak a little Russian, a little Italian, some German. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
I just really like to just jump into languages. Like I'm even trying to learn a little bit of Japanese right now, but it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like just to have a little bit of time and just to jump into somebody else's culture, learn their language. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how they are, because like once you learn somebody's culture and you learn how they act and how they react to being talked to the way that they talk to in their own language, you tend to understand the way that they react in everyday life. So you know what I mean? Like it's just weird. It's a different way of looking at things. Like when people
Nah,
say,
you're right.
yo, I've never been here before, just jump into the culture, eat some food, because the easiest way to get to somebody's culture is by the food or their language.
That's a fact.
So
That's a fact. That's dope. And I'm proud of you for that because I'll be honest, I know a little bit of Spanish, but I'm not like super fluent in it, and most of it is because, when I was in high school, um, we had Spanish class.
mm,
That was the only second language class that was being taught in our school. Well, at least for my school that I was in. I went to Springfield Gardens and we had like four different schools in one. So my school, particularly was Spanish. And I think we only had it for like a grade and a half. I didn't really have it even for 2 whole years or even a whole 4 years. I'm pretty sure if I had it for 4 whole years, I would have been like super fluent.
oh,
But when I had it, I didn't take it very seriously. It was just like, why the fuck you teaching me another language? I don't want to speak this shit.
yeah,
But yeah, but as I get older, it's kind of like I realize, like, damn, like a lot of people speak different languages, and again, like I said, I've been to different countries. Imagine, imagine being in Germany and I can't speak German,
yep,
and
yep,
everything out there is in German. The street signs, the food, everything
yeah.
is in German.
It's
So
it's
and
wie
but the beautiful
wunderbar. It's wie
but the
wunderbar.
beauty
It's be
but the
fucking
beautiful
wonderful.
don't do this to me.
My bad.
But
My bad.
but but the beautiful thing about it is that, just like how we had Spanish out there, they have English out there.
Mm,
So but I had to like trick people into speaking English. Like yeah, like I had to like act like I was like looking for something and ask people like something in English, and then when they respond in English, like a lot of like for example, okay, I have this one popular story that I like to tell because this was the most funniest one to me. So uh, uh I was actually trying to scoop this chick, right? And um not gonna lie, she was mad pretty and shit like that. And as I was walking, I saw her give me the eyes. So that's the only reason that gave me the like. Otherwise, I don't normally walk through the streets and try to like scoop anybody, but it was just like for me, it was just like I was in another country, yes, but it was like you also gave me, the eye type shit, and I happened to make that weird eye contact with you when you gave me the eye. So as I saw you give me the eye, like it
Bro,
wasn't even like I was just like
I
trying to get you, it's like I
saw
just saw
you.
you, saw me,
Yeah,
like, yeah, yeah. I
like,
saw you see me, see you see me. Yeah, that type of
yo,
shit. But
I saw us
um
together. I
yeah.
mean,
But yeah, so and then again, I also believe in energy. You feel me? So it was more than just like physical attraction. It was just like a certain energy. You feel me? What's
Word.
good, Tazzy
Yeah.
Fleet though? Appreciate you tapping in.
So,
But yeah, you feel me? So boom, I try to go scoop shorty or whatever, and she, hit me with the no English, like however she said it. I heard
oh,
English in there, like she was waving her hand when she said it. So I was like, okay, I get what
oh,
you're saying, no English. So boom, I pull out my phone and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to find this place right here, but then I'm pointing to the street sign like I don't understand what this says. So in my phone, I'm showing her, that I like the hotel that I'm staying in, which is literally down the block. But I'm
right.
not showing her the directional part. I'm showing her the shit on Google, like the name of it. So she
Yo,
reads this shit and she goes, "Oh, if you just walk straight down this way,
oh,
that's where you can." And I was like, "Oh, so you do speak English?" And she was like, "Oh," like she gave me the look, like, "Ah, shit, you figured it out." And I was like,
oh,
"Yeah." So word.
this nigga trying to give me the
So
open.
yo, she tried to give me the okie doke, bro.
Oh,
So
wild.
but what I discovered is that when you're in different countries, yo, Tazzy Fleet though, man, tap in, bro. We can get you on the show as well too, bro. This is basically a platform where I'm like showing love to all the artists like us who don't get a lot of the spotlight, So tap in, I got you, and let's make it happen. But it basically taught me that like when you're in another country, you know what I'm saying, it makes sense to know where you're going before you go there. You can't just infiltrate their culture and expect them to like respect yours, you know? So that's why I praise you for like knowing multiple languages. And once you go to these countries, you'll definitely be good for sure. But yeah, that was an interesting story, and yeah, man, definitely don't get caught up like that. You feel me? Don't get caught up.
Bro, I got caught up with this one person that was speaking Portuguese. And I had no idea. And it's like, yo, from afar, bro, you think that it's Spanish, bro. And I'm getting mad at this person that she's dealing with because they're like trying not to like, when a person like understands fully what the fuck you're saying, but they're just trying to give you the
Hmm.
rah rah. I don't give a fuck, and they try to like leave you there, like nigga, figure it out. Like I don't care. So like you see this and you're like, bro, you can't just take like 2 seconds out of your day and like you can't. So like
Hmm.
I tried to take it upon myself and be a good Samaritan. Dick. Yeah, yo, bro. I walk over there like,
Yeah.
yo, ¿qué tú haces, mija? ¿Qué tu problema? She literally walks up to me like, yo, tala tu gustoso. I'm like, what? What? Huh? Yo, went in on me, bro. She thought that I was trying to holler at her, bro. And she's yelling at me, and I'm like, what is she saying, dog? I thought she was speaking Spanish. She went in hot, dog. I was like, yo, I don't know what's happening, bro.
So
Yeah.
so when you learn a different language,
Right,
how do you remember what's going on? Like, do you when you like let's just say you say you Puerto Rican,
right.
when you hear things in what was your first language, first off?
English.
Okay. So when you hear Spanish, do you hear it in English or do you hear it in Spanish?
I hear it in Spanish, and then literally my brain breaks it down. So it'll like it's mad crazy. Like so like how like you'll meet the people that are like off the boat, Puerto Rican and Dominican, and they just be like
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, whoa.
Slow down.
Calma que te calmo, mijo, yo entiendo así, pero tú más rápido, te lo tú despacio, easy. Yo,
Too
I'm like,
fast
I
on the
understand
talking.
you, nigga. Like, but breathe, nigga. I understand, but slow it the fuck.
So that's
Like,
the thing with me. I can translate certain terms. Like it doesn't matter which language you speak. If you say certain terms, I can translate it on my own. I don't even need to look it up.
right,
But yeah,
right,
so that's I've been good with that. You know what I'm saying? But I just struggle with like remembering like
right.
languages and like yeah, because I've trust me, I've took lessons like when Spotify was like first popping off, they had like they had a playlist that taught you how to speak certain languages. So I was like Mandarin, French,
Yep.
Portuguese, and then there was another one, Japanese, and there was another one that I was looking at. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was German because I remember at the time I was going to Germany. So I used to look at all these,
Mm.
like I used to listen to all them playlists and like really trying to like understand
It's
different
different.
languages. But yeah, it is. Well, you know, but for
I,
me, it's like I really struggle to like remember like how to say certain things, or like I would get like different languages mixed with each other, you know. So I didn't really give up on it, but it was like, damn, I kind of like had to like figure it all out, you know. And
so
I'm still like
you know what
trying
I
to,
do?
yeah.
You want to know what I do, like on some real shit? So yeah,
What's
you take your favorite
that?
movie, take your
Okay.
favorite movie, take take it off English, put it on a different language. You know how you know your
Mm,
favorite movie in and out in English, and you know exactly what he says when he says it, and she says when she says it, and all the
Friday.
connotations that brings it. Watch that in
Yeah,
Spanish.
that's dope.
Yo, I swear to yo, watch it in Spanish. I swear to
That's
God, by the
fucking
end of the movie, you'll be
dope.
like, ay, te lo mando, ahora quién te lo manda pa' aquí? And you'll be like, oh shit, I didn't know I knew this. I did not know I knew this shit. I had no idea. Bro, I'm telling you right
Yo,
now, it's gonna change your life.
that's the
Nobody believes me,
best.
bro. I've learned four
Yo,
languages like that, bro.
shout
Learned four languages like
out, shout out to the official Tinker G. I met her during Day's Summit this year. She's a dope artist.
yo.
Shout out to her. Um, but yeah, nah, that's really the dopest advice. So if y'all wasn't listening, if y'all ever want to learn a new language, it doesn't matter what it is, take your favorite movie and translate it into that language. And there
Yep.
you go. If you know if that's really your favorite movie, if that's really some shit that you really stand on as your favorite movie, then you're gonna learn,
And you
you
gonna
know, that
learn.
language.
Bro, I
Yeah,
watched
so
Batman in German, bro. I watched the 1988 Batman in German. Nigga, let me tell you something.
ah,
Yo,
nigga said Batman.
yo, man, these people, yo, that shit hit different in German. You'd be like, oh shit. Deutschland is frown. You'd be like, oh man, I'm pissed off too. You're like, what word? Like, damn, bro. It's
That's
dope, man. When
funny.
you watch these movies in different languages, you're like, bro, these people be sounding wild. Like, uh uh don't ever watch a Steven Seagal movie in like Portuguese or like what's the
That's
other one?
wild.
Yeah, oh my God. Don't ever watch uh uh what's the movie? Oh my God, I just watched this in Chinese and I was like, yo, don't ever do this to yourself. Ever. What is the movie? Oh my God. Doctor Strange. That new Doctor Strange, bro, don't watch that in
Wow.
Chinese, bro. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself, son. You'll be sitting there looking at all the colors and all that crazy shit, trying to decipher your life. You'll be like, you know what? You'll be like,
I've
I
always,
can't.
I ain't gonna lie, I've always found that as one of the most difficult languages.
It is. It
Like
really is.
that German
Mhm.
and what's the other one? Is another one I'm thinking of. But
Russian,
all the symbols and shit, I'm not fucking with it, man. I'm not fucking with
Russian,
the
man.
symbols,
Russian
bro.
is
Like
crazy.
make that
Russian,
shit look like some kind of letter. Like help me out. Like some kind
word.
of letter. Like
Oh, my man,
yo,
yo, that shit said upside down C. You mean a U? No, Negro. I mean an upside down C. Well, that's fucked up. I don't want that. That's not a letter then. Yeah, the fuck, I don't want it.
like
That's not okay. This nigga said an
word,
upside nigga a U?
word.
No, nigga, an
uh,
upside down C. Yeah, man,
yo,
Russian is wild,
s-
bro. On some
nah,
gangster shit.
that's dope. That's dope. But nah, to segue into it before we get to our last part.
Mm.
Honestly, I don't care how long we go on, but to keep it in the rhythm, I like to go like an hour or maybe an hour and a half with my guests.
Facts.
Um, but to segue into that, you talked to me about, and I don't want to like reveal it if it's not safe to reveal it, but we talking along the terms of speaking tongues. Do you catch my drift?
Yeah, God, yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned to me before that you were going to do a few different mixtapes in different languages.
Yes, yes,
So one
yes.
first off, I really want you to do that because that sounds very fucking interesting. And if you do it, I will fucking listen to all of them. Whatever, however many you put out, I will listen to them shits. Because that's
Thank you.
dope as shit. You don't see that every fucking day. You feel me? So I will listen to them. So
Like,
I want you to stick to it, like, but is it going to be like let's just say you release an album in English and then you do it again in German and then in Danish and then in Spanish and then in Cantonese, like,
right. So, so with each breakdown of a language, you have to take yourself out of the equation. So what I mean by that is if you say some shit in English and you try to
mhm.
like decipher it directly into, let's say, Russian, and I'm doing a Russian, you can't always do that. Not
Okay,
always. I'm saying you can't always do a direct translation. So you have to like round it off or make up a new bar. So
mm,
the song that you'll hear in a different language will either it'll be the same song, you know what I'm saying? But it won't be the same words. Not all
right,
the you know what I'm saying? Because then you got to think phonetically too. Is it going to rhyme the same? Probably not. Think about
right,
that. Think about
right,
how that. Think about how it hits in English, and then how it's gonna sound in a different language, and how it didn't hit at that same part in English. So you're like, oh yeah, but when he says, and you're like, oh shit, that did not sound right in Spanish. What is going on? I'm telling you, it's different, bro. I rapped the whole song in Spanish and was like, that shit did not hit the way that did in English. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, bro, it's happened, bro.
I feel you. I feel you. That's dope. That's dope.
So, I'm just gonna take it slow. I wanted to do a Spanish one first. Just you know what I mean? Because like I'm more fluent with that. So really just want to take it home. But I wanted to do a project that's totally a step away from everything. So like if I'm gonna announce an album or an LP, it won't be attached to anything. It'll just be
Right.
the Spanish album. So like nobody will be like, oh well, Paws made, Just Cause mixtapes, and then he made Just Cause mixtapes in Spanish. But I go, whack. It won't be a Just Cause mixtape and then a Just Cause mixtape in Spanish. You'll get a Just Cause mixtape in Spanish, and then you won't get it again.
Right. That's
And then you'll
fire.
get another one in German, and then you'll get another one in German and be like, oh, that's the Spanish one in German. No, Negro, that's a totally different one in another language. Holla at me.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Psych.
yep.
Heard
Like, damn, bro.
you.
Like, did you really just do that? Yes, I did. And now my head hurts. What's
Nah,
up?
that's fucking fire. Nah, that's fire, man. That's some exclusive shit. Like honestly, that's like really exclusive. Like you just like, for your ears only type shit. Yeah, like,
That's
if you hear it, then you just hearing it, and that's it. I don't know. Like I don't know what to tell you after that.
Yeah,
Um,
yo, you blessed that in that language? Yeah, bro. It's like, yo, but like you don't have it in English? No. Get your game up, bro.
right.
What? No.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
Um, so I got an interesting question, and I'm gonna tell you a little backstory. Um,
sure.
so on this album and on the previous album, I don't think I had it on the first album at all. No, I definitely didn't. And I think I had it on the first mixtape that I ever did, the first EP that I've ever done. Um, but I've always made breakup songs,
Mm.
and a lot of people don't know that because they only know me for Get High. And a lot of people only know my famous song, Get High.
That's
Hey, what's up?
okay.
How you doing? She's a dope artist as well. Shout out to you for tuning in. Appreciate that.
Hello,
Um,
hello.
I met her at a open mic in Harlem, which I will be headlining next month. Um,
I'm
yeah. Uh,
gonna have to, I'm gonna have to pop out to that. Got it.
I'll
You
um I'll let you know what I got coming up, man. I got a couple shows coming up for to end the year. Literally only a few, like, but that's it. And that's probably, yeah, that's gonna be another question I ask you as well too. But to get back to this one, uh, I've made a lot of breakup songs, but one thing that I know about you is that you're very confident in your relationship, and you always bring up your wife. Um, so. I want you to talk about how it is for you uh to to be in a relationship, one, to be married, two, and to be dedicated and passionate to your craft, three.
Got you. All right. So, Jesus, that is, yeah, that's a
Loaded.
complete question right there.
Loaded.
That's a complete, yeah, that's a complete question. All right. So, so like first and foremost, I got to give y'all the info. My wife Ashley is my rock. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be where I am today without my wife Ashley. She's always supported me since day one. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even know I rapped, and she was just with it. You know what I'm saying? And then she heard I rapped and was like, "What? You rap?" And then she heard my music and was like, "Oh shit, you rap? Okay. Oh, you rap? All right. No, okay." And then she was just always with the movement. Like she always had my back, always just, you know what I'm saying? Like and she was always a rap head, you know what I'm saying? Like her favorite rapper is Tupac. So like if I'm even
Mm.
remotely in woman's wheelhouse of being an okay rapper, chill. You know what I'm saying? Like your top rapper is Tupac. If I'm okay anywhere near Tupac, I'm doing something. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like let me just put that shit out there. So, but my wife, we've been together for almost, well, shit. I think we've been together for almost 11 years married, and then together for almost 16 years, like together. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So she's literally been with me since the end of high school. So,
Mm.
she's been day one type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, highs, lows, thicks, thins, everything in between that. Um, I'm blind in one eye and I'm colorblind in the other one, so like I can't really
Seriously?
drive at night. Yeah. My right eye I can only see yellow. And then it like so all right, so look, you know how like everybody sees static like black, white, gray, like on a TV screen, like
Right. Right.
that's my life. That's how I see the world, black and white static. But
That's
when you have
crazy.
yellow, that's what I'll see. I'll see the yellow. So like I'll see black, white, gray, every variant in between that, and then yellow. If there's yellow, I'll see that color. It's the only color I can see.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so in me saying that, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy too, because I had color when I met my wife. Uh I woke up in her bed actually when I was 18 and lost color. So that shit was fucked up.
Oh
But
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she was there from day one type shit. So but I can't drive at night. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be able to go to the shows, that I'm able to do now. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to see the people that I see. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do. So I wouldn't be able to do half the stuff. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And then like uh recording and shit. Like my wife, like
Mm.
just her being her has gotten me into like some dope ass like just situations that like I never would have been into because I would have just been like, yeah, probably not the place to just say some shit. And then my wife goes and says some shit, and it's like, oh, word, you fuck around, let's go. And it's like,
Right.
yeah, you're the only one that could have pulled that off because if I would have said some shit, I'd have got slapped. Like you wild,
Right.
like you're wild. But like her dope energy does that, to
Hmm.
people. Like she just, you know what I mean. So my wife has always just been there for me. So she's always just like always helped me to open the door for myself, and she's always believed in me. You know what I'm saying? And like in the weirdest way possible. She's not like an Adrian in the corner, like go rock. She's more like, yo, Cauz, what did you write a song today? Oh, word. All right, let me hear that. And then I spit the verse, and she's like, that shit was all right. And I'm like, what? Like, what? And she's like, it's all right. So then I go back and I retool. She's like, shit is all right. You know what I mean? But she's doing that only to get me, better. You know what I'm saying? She's never giving me like the, oh shit, this is crazy. Yo, you fucking did it. You know what I mean? Because you have too many yes men in the world.
Of
She's never
course.
done that
Of
to me. She's never
course.
done that to me. So that's why I love her too. She's always kept it real with me. You know what I'm saying? And she's always been my cheerleader, but like I'm gonna say in the most advantageous way. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way that she is, man, and I love her for that. And she's that she has made me grow as an artist, as a human being, as a man. You know what I'm saying? A family man, because now
Right.
we have two kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be able to do the shit that I do without my wife. You know what I'm saying? And let's put it like this: without my wife, I wouldn't have met you.
That's fire. So talk about that. Why do you say that?
Oh, because I wouldn't have been able to drive down to BK. I wouldn't have been able to see.
Wow, speak of the devil, she just fucking tapped in. That's
Shout out to Memphis.
crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to you, Ash, because without you, I would have never met the homie just cause.
Early.
Um, but yo, that's crazy, man. That's deep, man. Um, that's really fucking deep. And
Yeah.
I salute you on that because like I said, I make a lot of breakup songs and it's not I don't like when you listen to the songs, they're not like fuck you songs.
Mhm.
They're more like damn, like there was really potential. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there was really like,
Right.
I saw something there, like, there was a reason, like, I was fucking with you, like kind
There
of
was
thing.
that love there. There was
Yeah,
that love there.
yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
of course they would argue like, oh, you just want to seem perfect and whatever. And it's like, nah, not at all. Like if you listen to the songs, I'm actually talking about what happened. Like, so it just yeah, it's just kind of like um
Uh,
you kind of like inspire me, and like amongst a lot of other artists, to you know hopefully one day, I mean, honestly, you have like more of like the high school sweetheart thing going on,
right. Yeah.
so
Want to say hi?
I hey, what's up? How you doing?
My daughter Sophia. She wants to say hi. She has to say hi every time I do an interview. I know. Are
It's
you
all
putting
good.
eyelashes on me? Are you putting? Okay. All right. Yep. Thank
And
you.
you're a girl dad. That's interesting.
It's all right.
um
She paint my nails and all that good stuff. I don't care. That's how you know
it's
I'm
all
a real
good.
dad too. That's
It's
how you know
all
I'm a
good.
real dad too. Yup.
It's all good. It's all good, man. You gotta have fun with it while you can, bro. For real. Because listen, in a minute, this shit gonna be gone.
Exactly. Exactly. And you
Word,
and you gotta
word.
be there for the little ones, man. For real, for real. Like I
I,
do it for them, man. Like
I'm a girl uncle, man. I have more nieces than nephews.
oh, too much
And they're
foundation.
actually they're actually gonna be coming in soon in, like another 20, 30 minutes or
No,
so. Yeah,
no
yeah,
more princess.
yeah. From there, they're in after school. But
Oh, they doing
yeah, yeah, yeah. But nah,
makeup later.
that's huh?
No, no. She's like, yo, we could do makeup right now. I'm like, no, we could do makeup later. I promise. No, we could do it later. No, we could do makeup later. No.
It's all good. We're gonna get up out of here in a second. But
Give me a minute. I'll
uh
hang out with you guys in a minute.
uh speaking of, hey, how you doing, Papaya Blue? What's up? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Um, but one of the last things I wanted to get into, you mentioned that you wouldn't get to a lot of places or be the person that you are without your wife, right? So segue into that. Um, how how do you go about booking shows or like popping out to events, because um personally me, I don't really fancy popping out to events anymore. Like I've just like over the years, and I've been performing since like 2014, you know,
Oh,
um
got a couple
and
years on you.
a lot. Bro, it's almost 10 years like live
Damn, son.
performance. I've been doing music since like 2012. I went serious in 2012. I've started like experimenting with music in 2008. But seriously, like 2011 is 2012 is when I actually really started like releasing music on like SoundCloud and everything. What you got for dinner, girl? What's up? Well, first off, where you live at? Cause if I can't slide for a plate, I don't want to talk about it. But if you cooking dinner, let me know where you at, cause I'm a little hungry right now.
Yo,
Um, but
word.
but yeah, to get back to it, I I I I kind of like I never like performed for validation. Like I never cared about like performing in front of like celebrities or so to speak or whatever. But I've always been like placed in those kind of situations, where it was like, come perform for this person. And for me, it was more like I just want the exposure. I just want to be able to walk into a spot and say what's up to people, like I want to get on stage and talk my shit, like tell my story kind of thing. So and wanting to do that, I've also come across promoters who just use you for a cash grab, and you might be wanting to go in there and do your thing or whatever the case is, but these promoters or whoever is like organizing the shows don't really have that same thing in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like they just want the money or whatever. So again, how do you? She said church Avenue. She in the hood. But
Word, Church
but
Ave.
she yeah, she's in the hood. But how do you go about, I guess, being booked for shows? Like do you have like a manager? Do you just like kind of like go with the flow? If you see like a flyer, you reach out to the promoter, or like how does that work for you?
I do everything that you actually just said. Actually, I'm worse than a fucking telemarketer, bro. I'll fucking cold call the shit out of place. I don't give a shit. I'm serious, bro. I have called venues myself, like, yo, hey, yo, you need a rapper? What's going on? Yeah, like, bro, I don't care, bro. Like, I'll hit up, open mics, whatever. But then, like, also, flyers. There's, whatever. This show, that show. Oh, open up for this person, that person, and then I wake up to emails, stating if you give me this much money, I'll let you open up for that person. Or I've woken up to emails or like messages on Instagram like, yo, we'll pay you this if you come to this show. Like, so it's just like just like all different stuff. You know what I mean? Like I've been at bars just talking with people. You know what I'm saying? And people have been like, yo, but you you rap? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yo, you just Cauz? And I'm like, yup. And they're like, hey, yo, stop. I need you on the showcase, blah, blah. And I'm like, when the fuck did this turn into rap? I was just talking to you about Batman. Damn.
That's
Shit.
fire.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
fire.
damn, how the hell did this shit happen? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got a show in Harvard and Harvard University because I was talking to some dude about Batman. Like, what? How did
And
you do
that's
that?
beautiful, bro. That's beautiful. So, not for nothing, I've been just disgusted with like the disrespect that I face at these showcases,
Yo,
and you know, recently I opened up for Troy Ave, and I think I'll probably like dive deeper into it, on one of these, episodes or
oh,
so.
but you got to speak
Yeah,
on that. That's
yeah, we
yeah.
at the end of we I don't want to like dive again. I don't want to like
Yeah, no,
go
no.
too crazy on that.
Facts,
Yeah,
facts.
but like just, long story short, you get what I'm saying. It just wasn't what it was worth. You know what I'm saying? I did get to meet Troy Ave. I did get to perform, but it wasn't what it seems to be, and it wasn't worth promoting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never like posted any footage from it. Um, so eventually I will dive deeper into it, whether I make a song or I speak about it on a podcast or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? I will get deeper into it, but it just wasn't all hyped up, that it was supposed to be. And
Making chocolate relay cake. Yo, they moving in though, right? Like they ain't just in the hood.
but
You ain't just in the hood though, right?
nah, she's definitely in the hood.
Relay cake
Uh,
though. Hmm.
she said, Listen, I don't eat sweets anymore, so I can't, I'm a pass on that one.
Man, I'm
Yeah,
round
I'm
for it.
sorry, but you doing your thing. You doing your thing. So doing your thing.
Facts.
But yeah, man, like I've just kind of like just like right now, like as I was explaining earlier, I only got a few events this year. Like I literally only got a few. Like I'm not like tuning into anything else. And it's mostly, I don't want to say it's because it's like I'm not being paid to pop out, but
Right.
it's mostly because I don't get the respect that I feel like I deserve. And so to speak, I'm highly confident in the work that I put out. Like I don't just release bullshit music. Like I really take
Don't.
time.
You
I
don't.
really take time, to create my music. And not only that, but like I'm speaking some shit. Like I'm speaking real life experiences. Like I'm
You
not
speaking
just
from the
saying
heart.
like I'm
Yeah.
yeah, like for real,
You speaking from the
So
heart.
yeah, so like I don't really, care anymore to pop out to a lot of these shows. And mostly it's because a lot of them I've been to is just like, you know, whether they don't know my name,
Mhm.
uh, they've never heard my music or whatever, they just reach out in my DMs like, hey, you want to perform? And my stupid ass is like, oh yeah, sure, I'll pop out. And not
Mhm.
to say that I'm really stupid because it was a smart move. Like I've met a lot of dope artists, including yourself, but I didn't meet you at one of those kind of shows. I met you at a show that I actually got paid to be at. You know what I'm saying? So,
Which is
um,
lit. That's what's up.
yeah, no, you feel me? So, it was real. So I've learned the game just a little to a point where it's like now I can say I put on a show, and if I'm gonna
At least
ask for
you got
payment, it's
respect.
gonna come in. Yeah, if I'm gonna ask for a payment, it's gonna come in two forms. Either you're going to let me into the venue and accommodate me some kind of way, maybe I get a free drink, a free bottle, or something like that,
Word.
or I get a plus one or something like that, however that works.
Mm-hmm.
Or or you get what I'm saying, you giving me bread to pop out because technically you're requesting my presence.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so and a lot of times I've approached promoters like that and they like kind of like, oh, you not verified, you not in the industry, you don't got this amount of followers, blah blah. Literally, bro, like mad times I went against like promoters, like really, because they want to tell me because my numbers ain't up here, or because I don't got a diamond fucking chain or some shit like
Yo,
that I'm
I
not valid. And it's like, bro, what? Like, are you
Yep.
stupid? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I wrap circles around your favorite people. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, but you get what I'm saying? I'm really more authentic. Like when I show up to a show, I'm connecting with the artist. You get what I'm saying? I mean the artist in the crowd and whoever.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really in tune with everything going on. My energy is always unmatched. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
every time I go to a show,
And you're trying to look at the people that you're fucking trying to talk to too, because like you gotta love the artists that don't even look at the niggas that they're rapping at or whatever. Like they're
mm,
just like there type shit. I'm like, nigga, you have a crowd. Like you cater to them. You know that, right? Like that's your job. Hello?
right.
Like what
Nah,
the fuck?
real shit, real shit. So, like with me, that's my biggest thing because again, I also go to a lot of shows where it's like artists are performing over their fucking backing tracks. So I got a song on the album called No Vocals.
Oh,
My boy Shiloh that tapped in earlier, he produced and engineered that song. Yeah, so basically on the song, I'm basically saying like, I want to see you do it live with your vocals. Like I want you to be on stage and perform that hot shit you talking on the track. I don't want to hear the shit that I could hear on the car on the way to the show.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I could bump that shit in my headphones while I'm walking to the fucking venue. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear you do that shit that you did in the studio. Like, show me that shit. You feel me?
Facts,
Like,
facts. Yup. I
so
love it.
and yeah, so you as well, you know what I'm saying, you perform, you know what I'm saying, and that's really dope. You connect with the audience and shit like that, just to segue it all. You connect it all, and I just want to give you your flowers, because you're a really dope artist. You're very versatile, not only in sounds but in languages. And I'm excited to hear, the multiverse of music you're about to release. Um, but yeah, man, like you're really a dope artist. I'm glad to have met you. Thank you for breaking down the whole having a relationship and a career and the balance in between. That's very important, and I feel like any artist that's really dealing with the same thing, or maybe they're struggling or having some kind of issues with it, hopefully they could reach out to you and like get some advice or whatever. Um,
Absolutely. The hardest
yeah,
thing is
nah,
what you love in this life. And the second hardest thing is trying to be true to yourself. So if you can help somebody to do those things with, you've definitely found the person that you can be with for the rest of your life. And I know I found
that's a
that
fact.
one.
That's a fact. So, yeah, man. Thank you for being such a dope person, man, and thank you for always supporting me personally. Because I never asked you to support me. You just do it on your own. You know what I'm saying?
You the
And
twin, bro. We met and that shit was here, bro. We met and I was like, yo,
uh,
that's that real shit. And I felt your music, dog, because we connected like that. I was like, yeah, facts.
nah, nah, real shit, real shit. And like I said, just thank you for being yourself, man. And that's the type of people that I want on this platform. People that's just gonna be real. People that's just not gonna hide from, the reality of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a lot of shit that we dealing with, but we also are dope people, and we need people to know that, It's like fuck all the bullshit, like let's celebrate what's actually, like really working for us. You know what I'm saying? Let's not always like cloud the algorithm with misery and fucking mediocrity, like, so you know like
Facts.
just thank you for contributing to the authenticity of what's not really talked about much, you know
Oh,
um
absolutely. Absolutely. And if I can if I can say anything to help anybody is always, even if it's against the grain, you know what I'm saying? Like as long as you're not hurting nobody, you stay true to yourself, man. That's what I always say, man. You know what I mean? Like as long as you ain't hurt nobody, nigga, do what you gotta do. And that's like the realest advice I can give you. That's it.
my guy George London just tapped in. He's another dope artist from the UK.
Hey, what's good, man? What's good?
Make sure you tap in with all these UK artists, man, by the way. They definitely dope. I have a lot of UK artists on this album that's coming out. Whether they produce, engineered, or actually rapping on the album, I have a lot of those, UK artists on there. So it's a heavy influence, you know what I'm saying? But thank you for coming on the show. This is episode 4. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, this has been a very fun episode. Literally my fourth episode, so this shit is fun as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Um,
This is dope, man. Thank you for
like
letting me be here, man, for real. Thank you, thank you.
Nah, for real, bro, for real. Like I said, when I work on getting my in-person place, and I like we can actually connect on in like an in-person level, along with the other artists that I plan to have on this show. Yo, George, you need to tap in, bro. Let's get you on the show. Real talk, man. Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm doing interviews, man. Tap in with me. But yeah, he's another artist, that I've worked with. He's like he got like a big following in the UK for sure. But um, when I get my my actual studio and shit like that, we really gonna like really tune in, tap in, and like make it an actual, So thank you again for being on the show. For everyone that's still tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that, and make sure y'all check out Just Cause. He's on
Yo,
YouTube. He's on Google Plays or Amazon Music, whatever the hell you want to search up Just Cause
that,
on. He's
that's how you
there.
know my
Make sure,
studio real. Man.
yo, he look,
Batman, everything.
he's in the studio right
In the
now. You get what
studio,
I'm
bro.
saying? Batman the fuck out.
Batman
You
the
got a
fuck out.
website, don't you?
Oh, yeah. JustCauseLLC.com. You are ready, son. Or hit me up on email at the business email at early at Just Cause LLC.
Make sure y'all tap in. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Make sure y'all tap in. He's a dope ass artist. He got music. He got merch. He got everything you can fucking think of. Make sure you tap into his sound. Make sure you tap into his mind. This is a dope creative, and I'm really happy to have met someone like this. So yeah, that concludes our episode. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
No doubt. Yeah, you gotta exit.
I knew that. I was checking to see if you knew. I know.
It's all
All right, peace
good.
and blessings, y'all.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 4 of Going Live with the MC. Earlier today, I've been Shiggy, and as we just finished up was Just Cause. Tune in for episode 5 this Friday. Um, Disclaimer: it might be postponed. I will be on the road, so we'll see how my travels are going while I'm doing this, and maybe I can tap in with the featured artist. But we have Shay Alexis. She is a dope hair designer. So we will be having her on the show this Friday. So thank you again for tuning in. We are clocking out, and see you Friday. Peace.